swish. No, I'm ballin', check the follow through. Still came through the lane like Vince Carter do. Got this thing on the string, I'm like Uncle Drew. Clay Thompson, how they run and shoot. Like swish.
Alright. Welcome back. Episode 11. Ballgame Banter. We're going to play this song and then I'm going to give you a rundown. So, like we do every week, we're getting the swish by Tony Ducks. All right, that was Switch by our very own Tony Ducks. Ducks, you ain't hit? Mic check, mic check. Amp check, amp check. Host check, host check. All right, well, I'm gonna break y'all down to what we got in store for the show tonight. We're gonna talk about prime time in Colorado defeating TCU at TCU. USA catches a L. FIBA World Cup. Chiefs Lions, they kicked the NFL season off Thursday. So we're going to break down that game. Heisman favorites after week 1. Shannon Sharp debuts on First Take. Duck's going to do what happened to that boy and the craziest news of the week. It's a big topic that's going on right now, so you don't want to stick around for that. So, all right, we're going to get right into it. So, Colorado, they played TCU this past Saturday. You know, all the hype was there. They was the talk of the season. They were the main ones on Fox. First game, you know, they doing all the pregame stuff. They just showing them all the love. And on top of that, they were being doubted. So Prime is getting all the hate he's seeing, all these keeping receipts, and nobody's believing in Colorado to beat TCU, who was a runner-up in the national championship last year. So they go out there to TCU and they pull out a dub. So they beat them 45-42. Shedeur had a clutch drive. So we're going to get into that. So, Ducks, what you think about the game?
I thought it was a good game. Like we said on the previous show on Friday, or like I said, I really didn't expect Colorado to win. I expected them to, to compete and
be within the spread. That's what you said.
To be within the spread. Yeah. So they shocked me when they came out with a dub. I thought they was gonna lose by like 7, maybe 14, but they shocked me with a dub. And Shedeur was out there looking incredible. I mean, there was four players on their team who had over 100 yards receiving, and like I said, my boy Hunter Travis, he showed out. The first play, the first drive, though, he missed that touchdown. He dropped that touchdown pass, and I was like, man, well, he didn't really drop it. He caught it, but when he hit the ground, it kind of popped out.
Right.
And I know he was tight about that one, so I know he was trying to get his get back that whole game. And I even saw a clip where it was like when TCU was at goal line, and once somebody in the crowd was like, throw it to Travis' side. They did, and Travis picked that mug right off. And somebody in the crowd was like, who said it? Who said it?
Everybody just looking at each other.
Yeah, who said it? But my boy showed out. And even Shiloh, they said, had 10 tackles. And he led the defense with tackles. So I thought they really showed up. They defense did not show up though. They defense did not show up. It was like
In
TCU.
the first half, they did.
It was like TCU. They was just getting right up and down the field, like getting what they wanted at the end until they had that they threw them picks. But it was a good overall game, and I'm looking forward to see them against who they play Nebraska next.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to see that game. I know it's not as big of a game or as big of a draw for people, but
No, I think it is because Matt Rule, the coach there now. After he got fired from the Panthers, so Nebraska got a buzz.
Well, I mean, I just don't think it was going to be big as the TCU game. You know what I mean? Like, because they was ranked, and they was in the national championship game,
and everybody wanted to see how they was going to come in. Nobody knew what to expect.
Right. So, but like Shador said, y'all ain't think these HBCU boys could come to D1 and do what they did. So let's just see some more. You know what I'm saying? Y'all did good for the first game. Let's see it for the rest of the season. And I'm rooting for them. So hopefully they get what they want, or they get what they aiming to get. They reach their goals.
Well, so I was watching the game, and I can't lie. I had actually took them to win the game. They was plus 800, and the odds were, come on, well, odds like that is like, okay, you could put a little something on that.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 800 is, come on, man. That's $1 get you $8. So I didn't expect them to win, but as I said, what was it? Friday night, I said every possibility is a possibility. I said they could win close, they could lose close, they could get blown out, and it happened to be a close win. Shador was out there looking better actually than he did at Jackson State, and that's saying a lot. Like he looked very comfortable out there. Like he had no problems doing anything. He was willing and dealing, taking what the defense gave, dropping dimes, sideline, down the field. Like he had 510, school record, the most he ever thrown. And he could have had way more if it wasn't for those drops. So he balled out. TCU, man, that's a fall off. Like you get blown out in the national championship, and then you come out against unranked transfer portal. If there's a face of the transfer portal, it's Colorado and Deion. And you come out there and you catch a L on your home field to start off the season. So even thoughts of redeeming yourself beginning of the season, let alone trying to get back to the national title, that's dead. I think Colorado will probably be ranked now. I don't think they're going to go crazy. They might hit them with number 25. But I think they'll definitely be top 25 after that win. Because when you can go on the road and perform like that, everybody is talking about it. Everybody is giving them praise. And then after the game, Deion out here, like I said, he kept the receipts. He talking about, you ain't believe. And then he asked the reporter, do you believe? Yeah, I do. You still don't believe? Said, hey, they don't like when you're black and you got that confidence and you backing it up and all that. and putting it in their face, which is true.
Yep.
And you know, I'm pleasantly surprised because I'm rooting for Shador and Travis Hunter in the squad. So shouts out to them. They really showed up and showed out.
Yeah. Shador definitely was dropping dimes. I mean, them joints was on. He had a couple of underthrows, but for the most part, them joints was on the money. I'm like, you tell my boy really been working with Tom Brady for real, for real. But that's what's up, man. Like I said, I'm looking forward to their next game against Nebraska to see what they're gonna do. See if Shador keep up these good looking stats that he put up on the first game.
That's crazy. 38 of 47.
I know.
Like that's crazy.
Yards. So four different receivers. He was out there definitely spreading the ball around. Like,
yeah,
this ain't
what a run game. That was like weak. Like that run game, that shit was not working.
For who? So, Colorado.
Yeah, so it was like they had to throw it, and he performed. Like a lot of people I feel like was waiting for them to get dog walked so they could just go off. This ain't, the FCS. This ain't Jackson State. This ain't the MEACIAA. This ain't that. They was just ready. Like they had the headline and the article ready. They was just ready to press send. You know what I'm saying? And he ruined all of that. So I know they mad right now.
Well,
and shout out Dylan Edwards. He was out there. He had 5 for 135, 3 tubs. Like, bruh,
yeah,
they was out there. Like
he literally shit too.
Yeah, but he was
boy, he gotta be like 5'5". Like he little as hell. But he was out there balling though.
Yeah, so hopefully they can not get too hyped, not get too up, because they got to get right back at it next week with Nevada, and that would be terrible if they go ahead, win at TCU, come home, and then lose in Nebraska, because then I think the headlines will be even worse. You're like, hey, it was a fluke.
Mm-hmm.
So, he just got to, if he, you lose at Oregon against USC, those won't be as huge blows as losing against Nebraska.
You think they about to get a top 25 ranking?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, I think they get in top 25. Like they was ranked number 17. You go to their home, you win, you put up 45, you look good, your offense, clicking, and they already had that hype. Like they had one win last year, and the beginning of college football Saturday was, all attention was on that game. So. They ready. It'll be in the 20s.
Yeah. Probably like 24, 23.
And which is crazy because people was if he can win, 7 games, that'll be a great turnaround. And now, to win away against a ranked opponent, that's a big deal.
Yeah. Shouts out to
I ain't even gonna get into I ain't gonna get ahead and be like, oh, are they national championship contenders? Like, we just gonna take it 1 week at a time with this squad.
L's and D's, leaders and dogs. Leaders and dogs.
He want to do something different, man. I'm telling you, he gonna try to do something different to motivate. So You know, he said, "Nah, we ain't got captains. We got leaders and dogs." But it's like, damn, I ain't got no L, no D on my chest.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what
You're
am
not a captain.
right?
Oh man. But
I had a question. I had a question for you. I'm trying to remember. It just slipped. But it'll probably come back to me later on.
no, I don't think Shiloh is going to the NFL. No, I'm joking. Nah, he did good. He did good his first game. He just got to keep that up.
So what you okay? So what you think? You think Travis Hunter? You know he played both ways. I think he's nice. You know at the wide receiver, but I think he's way better as a corner.
I don't know. I really don't know which one he's better at. It's hard for me to pick right now because, like I said, I need to see some more against higher top Division I opponents. You know what I'm saying? Nothing against the HBC, like they ain't got talent, because they definitely got talent. But at the same time, they're still not in the same type of conference. You know what I'm saying? That Colorado is in. They're playing a higher tier of players, I feel like. So I just feel like I need to see a little bit more, but I feel like he's good on both sides of the ball. I just feel like he got that advantage on the defensive side because he know the routes. You know, he know routes.
Uh-huh.
He know movements from wide receivers.
Yeah.
So he know all of that which is helping him on the DB side. But I think if he really want to be famous, want to make an impact, want to get, high dollars in the NFL, then he need to be a wide receiver. I feel like that's
he might be able to play both, man.
I feel he could play both.
Not a million snaps like he had, Saturday, but at least like a few plays of drive, you know what I'm saying, on offense.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he could play both, but if he happens to get
his hands ain't that good, man. He can get open, but you got to be. It's cool when you make the spectacular catches, but you got to be able to make them routine ones as well. You know what I'm saying? Like them.
I feel like he can make the catch. I just feel like if he gets drafted and the team makes him choose, then I feel like he need to go wide receiver if he want to get the bigger money. So, but I feel like he can play both sides. Like you said, he good on either side. It's hard for me to choose on which side he should play on. He's better at, but I just think
I'm saying don't draft me. You don't want me to play both sides, don't draft me.
And I feel like on the defensive side, I feel like he either getting roasted or he either picking it off. I don't feel like he be batting it down too much. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like he's going for that interception more. So he either gonna get it or he gonna miss it and get roasted. That's how I feel. Because he still got them wide receiver instincts in him to make a play on the ball and not necessarily like, oh, I can't make.
He got the red ring. Got the red ring. But okay. Well, while he try to get that red ring, we about to take a break and we'll be right back with this FIBA update. All right, we waiting for Ducks to get back in here. Yeah. You're back. Unmute that mic.
Damn, I still getting kicked out. But like you said, we back episode. We on 11, right?
Yeah.
And we back FIBA basketball update and trash. USA loses to Lithuania. So there are only 2 undefeated teams left in the FIBA basketball tournament, and that's Germany and Lithuania. And Germany just beat Slovenia on Sunday, 100-71. So they won by 29. Serbia beat Dominican Republic, 112-79. Canada beat Spain, 85-88 to qualify for the Paris Olympics. Montenegro beat Greece, 73-69. Latvia beat Brazil, 104-84. Italy beat Puerto Rico, 73-57, and Australia beat Georgia, 100-84. Now back to this United States-Lithuania game. Lithuania won 110-104, and I'll break down the box score for y'all. So from USA, Ant-Man Anthony Edwards had 35, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 3 steals, and a block. Mikal Bridges had 14 points, 3 boards, 1 assist, 1 steal, 2 blocks. Jalen Brunson had 14 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, and 1 steal. Jaren Jackson Jr. had 3 points, 3 assists, 1 rebound. He been falling off lately. Josh Hart had 0 points, 2 rebounds. Let's see who else did anything. Brandon Ingram had 10 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block. Cam Johnson had 3 points, 1 rebound. Austin Reeves had 7 points and 5 fouls, so he didn't really do too much. Paolo Banchero had 6 points, 2 boards, 2 assists, 1 steal. Tyrese Halliburton had 3 points, 2 boards, 7 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. On the Lithuania side, Valanciunas, he put up 12 points, 7 boards, 2 blocks, and a couple other people that we don't really know their names, but they balled out for Team USA. So despite Edman dropping 35, USA still falls to Lithuania, but still qualified for quarterfinals in the Paris Olympics. So it says it's their 5th consecutive year of qualifying to be able to play for gold. So shouts out to them. But like we've been saying since this FIBA stuff started, well, I've been saying I don't know if this is top tier squad. But regardless of if it is or if it isn't, they still ain't have enough to remain undefeated to beat Lithuania. And if you've seen some of the screen or like some of the memes and stuff like that, you know, you seen one of the players from Lithuania sticking their tongue out at Austin Reeves, or you seen them in the locker room. One of the players from Lithuania had on the Team USA hat, you know what I'm saying, just clowning. And the only way we can get some get back is to get that goal. So Steve Kerr, y'all gotta step that up for real. It's got us looking bad out here. And the last game I wanted to touch on before I give y'all one more update was the Germany-Slovenia game. So like I said, Germany won 100-71. And so from Slovenia, Luka, he put up his points. He had 23, 6 boards, 6 assists, 2 steals. But it obviously wasn't enough. He was the only person that it was one other person who had 12, but those were the only 2 people in double figures. For Canada, Dennis Schroeder, who's really been balling. And I don't know if y'all seen the little spat that he had with the coach. But the coach, he told the coach don't touch him. He was getting into it with another player. The coach tried to break him up. He told the coach don't touch him. And it was just a little quick video that's been going around social media of Dennis Schroeder and the coach. But like I said, he put up 24, 2 rebounds, 10 assists. I don't know if y'all remember, I don't know his first name, but his last name, Bunga. He played on the Lakers for a little while. He skipped around the NBA for a little bit. He put up 12 points. Daniel Theis put up 14 and 7. Daniel Theis been balling for Germany. I haven't seen him since he played for the Celtics like a couple years back, but he's been balling for Germany. Wagner, the oldest one, had 10 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals. And I think the youngest Wagner is hurt, so he hasn't really been playing. But hurt or not, Germany still was able to pull it through and get that W. So with that being said, the next games are Germany will play Latvia in the next round. And I know I'm probably still saying that wrong as a month. But yeah, they're playing in the next round for to see who's gonna remain undefeated. And the USA will be playing. I apologize, I just had it up. Damn.
You trash.
I just lost my place. These motherfuckers outside playing basketball at 10:35 is night. We ain't got no street lights. These motherfuckers just outside playing basketball in the dark. It threw me off. My fault.
They play Italy.
Yeah, we'll face Italy on Tuesday. Sorry. My bad, man. I lost my concentration. But yeah, so those games is on Tuesday. The only game, I guess I'm looking forward to the USA game to see if they can beat Italy, but I really want to see who's gonna remain unbeaten between Germany and Lithuania on their games. So I apologize. Germany plays Latvia. Sorry, but yeah, that's what we got for our FIBA Basketball World Cup updates. So our Friday, after these Tuesday games, I have another update for y'all, and hopefully we'll still be the competition running for gold.
Well, yeah. So we talked about it in the beginning. When the team was being made, and you were saying they wasn't putting their best foot forward, and I think a lot has to do with coaching. They're not really being put in the best spots to succeed, and it's just going to do Ant. So he seems to be really the one that's really in it. He's, NBA, I feel like everyone else is just really lollygagging type shit and just really thinking that they just going to show up and, automatically they just going to be given a dub when it don't work like that. There's plenty of NBA players and NBA talent that are on other countries, and they actually practice and be practicing all the time and are very familiar with each other. So you really have to take it serious. And everyone knows, once the Olympics come around, it'll be different, but still it's just we're not supposed to be catching L's. You know what I'm saying? Not in basketball. That's just one thing that's just not supposed, that's just not tolerated. That's one thing where it's okay, definitely we got it in the bag. So very disappointed in Steve Kerr and them for coming out like that. They was just down early and then just thought they was just gonna come back, and But nah, they kept the gas on. They kept making them shots. Lithuania hit. Oh, I couldn't remember how many threes. I think it was like 25 threes or some shit like that.
They was perfect in the first quarter, 6 for 6 from 3.
Yeah,
and
so they was shooting lights out.
Yeah, Jaren Jackson got in foul trouble too, but I think like they just saying,
They need to play Kessler more.
That's what I was gonna say. I think they need to switch up some of the rotations because, like, when I'm reading these box scores of the games, like Jaren Jackson Jr. is not really balling like that. He might be a presence down there, but he's not really like doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Like the last couple of box scores I read, he had less than 5 rebounds, but he's our starting center. Like, switch it up, man. Bring him off the bench or something. Like, put somebody else in for a change.
Shit. Like, put Kessler at the 5. Like, when you have someone like Valanciunas, like, he is a 10 rebound dude in the league. Like, that's what he does. So when you got someone in there like that can rebound, that's a big body. You really need somebody else in there who can do that also, unless, that person can not be in foul trouble and still Kessler only got 5 minutes. So it's like, come on, Steve. Like they said, that meme where they got the dude making the sandwiches and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And they like, that's Steve Kerr when he gotta do something and rely on Curry and moving screens.
Right. Like they've been saying on the internet, like he's showing like, can he really coach without Steph Curry? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but like I said, like you said, when you got those big bodies down there, you need a big body to match them up. And if you're not going to put a big body down there, then you got to bring Valanciunas out from under the basket. Like you got to pull Jaren Jackson out there, tell him, okay, be out there at the 3-point line, get ready to shoot some threes type stuff, like something. Like, you got to switch it up, like bring him from under the basket if you're not going to put somebody that's going to bang with him down there. So I feel like you either need to put Walker, like you said, put Walker Kessler in there and save some of them fouls for Jaren Jackson when he pick up those 1 or 2 early ones, because, hey, Walker Kessler ain't got no fouls. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't getting that much time. He a big body.
He was 100%.
But still, even if I don't care if he's 100% or not, you can still put him out there.
He shot 100%. It was 1 for 1, but still 100%.
Well, but at least put him out there to kind of save Jaren Jackson some fouls. You know what I'm saying? Like, he shouldn't be getting in foul trouble like that. We got Walker Kessler. We got Paolo Banchero. Paolo Banchero can pull him out from under the basket. You know what I'm saying? He can shoot. And he can take Valanciunas off the dribble. I know Jaren Jackson probably can't, but Paolo can. You know what I'm saying? He's not too big of a body, but at least he can pull somebody out from under the basket who's just sitting under there getting rebounds, getting blocks. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I think they just need to change up the lineups, just do something different.
Yeah, and
get some type of camaraderie going. Like, y'all do some stuff. Like, LeBron got them boys to play good in the bubble. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all need to do some of them same activities LeBron was doing. Go bowling, go to some movies or something. Do something together.
Yeah, and then on that Dennis Schroeder shit, man, that shit had me rolling when I seen that. Like, he was really, the coach was like, all right. And he was just like,
right.
Hey, dog, don't touch me, man.
Right. Who really
like, come on, like, let's get in this play. And he's like, man, fuck what you talking about, bro. Don't touch me like that. If you touch me like that again, it's gonna be a problem.
Right.
It's like, damn, nigga, he about to fight everybody there, and then he out there, making the moves and shit and saucing everybody for them to get the dubs and shit. So that shit is funny, man.
What can you say to him when he the reason y'all winning these games? Y'all gonna kick him off the team? No. Coach suck my, you know what I'm saying?
they just talking, you know, German and shit, and I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck they saying, but
But we heard don't
figure
fucking
it
touch
out.
me. We heard that part. Don't touch me though. I heard that in English. But yeah, shout out to Schroeder. Like he said, like, yo, y'all ain't give me my bag 2 years ago. I'm about to fucking show y'all why I need that bag. Y'all should have gave me.
No, he didn't accept the bag, nigga. That's what's wrong with him. He thought he was worth a bigger bag.
That's what I'm saying. He said, y'all ain't give me that bag, the bag that he wanted. Y'all ain't give me that bag. I'm about to prove to y'all that I'm worth what I asked y'all for.
A nigga ain't even worth the 84 that they had on the table.
Not in the NBA, but he worth 84 in FIBA for sure. FIBA, they had a draft. He probably be top 10. But NBA, he's top 30.
Yeah, so Steve Kerr and y'all and them, y'all get it together, man. We
Please.
Yeah, we don't want to see these L's.
We don't need Lithuania wearing no Team America hats making jokes.
Yeah, all right, like come on, bro. Like y'all got us looking bad. And then even Ant said it, you know, they was too confident and shit. And he talking like we just gonna show up and everything. And then, you know, you can say that when you dropping 35, but everybody else got to be along, you know, come along with you.
Right. You can come and show up.
Right.
You've been the only person that's been coming and showing up. You know what I'm saying? The rest of these niggas need to show up. That's what it is. The rest of these niggas need to play. These niggas have been so fucking sorry, man. These box scores are so terrible, bro. It's like, damn, man. Like, y'all got to do better than that. Like, let me see what Jaren Jackson had on Friday. Yeah, he do shit. They play on Friday, or was it? Yeah, Friday. They played Montenegro. Let me see what he put up against Montenegro. 3-2. Jaren Jackson had 11 points, 0 rebounds in 20 minutes. That's 0 blocks. Come on, man. Like, what the fuck is you doing out there? Our leading rebounder against Montenegro was Brandon Ingram with 5. Oh no! Well, Bobby Portis had 5 too, but he played 10 minutes. How he played 10 minutes, got 5 boards, and Jaren Jackson Jr. played 20, got 0. Like, what's going on, man?
Play like that, man. He just play like he want to block the shot. He don't want to grab the rebound. He just want to go out the blocks and shit.
And then why the fuck is Josh Hart in the starting lineup over Tyrese Halliburton?
Because he can't play no defense.
Who, Tyrese?
Yeah.
Tyrese been averaging 2 steals a game and a block.
He been out there getting cooked.
Man, he been putting up better stats than goddamn Josh Hart.
I still wouldn't start Josh Hart, but I'm just telling you that's why he ain't out there.
Man, fuck that defense. If that boy is out there for 20 minutes and he put up 0 points.
That's all they out there vote.
Looking like, what's my boy PJ Tucker out there?
Josh Hart, man. Like Josh Hart. Like, yo, I'm about to make this USA squad, Josh Hart. That's
right.
Crazy.
Over Trae Young.
Disrespect to Josh Hart, but come on.
Over Trae Young. Come on, man. Y'all say y'all didn't want Trae Young, but y'all wanted Josh.
I would have dropped 40, bro.
Easy. That's all we need is Trae and Ant-Man out there. We will win every game. Yeah. They serious. But, or at least throw Bobby Portis ass out there to scare some motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, throw his ass out there. Get rough with niggas and shit. Like, start pushing on niggas and shit. Like, yo, we ain't come to fucking play with y'all.
You gonna get them crazy eyes.
Right. He averaging 10 minutes a game. 10 minutes or less a game. Come on, man. We got some bodies to throw out there now. Why Cam Johnson been getting DNPs? Come on now. What the fuck? That don't make no sense.
You don't know what he doing, man. Like we've been, what is this, the 4th game?
This the 6th game.
6th game. It's the 6th game, bro. And he's still out there like lost. Like, what the hell was y'all fucking practicing and meeting up and doing all that shit for? Like, what was y'all doing then?
Niggas was just scrimmaging. They won't running no plays. They won't trying to figure out shit. Doing combine drills, measurements, and shit. Like, get the team together, coach. What the fuck going on? Like, I don't know, man. I'm not mad at. Okay, I would start Jalen Brunson. I would start Ant-Man. I would start Mikal Bridges. You got that. Mikal Bridges is enough defense out there for you right there. Put him on the best player, and then put Tyrese in there. You see, they took Brandon Ingram down. He don't even start no more. That's why he like fuck it. He did that to himself. His body language should have been better from the jump, but he been out there pouting. All the niggas been out there pouting, except for them like Austin Reeves, Halliburton, in the starting lineup. All them niggas been out there pouting. Everybody coming off the bench just out there pouting like a motherfucker. Like, and Bobby Portis, he ain't out there pouting. He just glad to be out there.
He used to it though, you know what I'm saying? He used to it. You know, he come off the bench, so you know he an energy dude.
Right. But you got to give him some more minutes, man, because Jaren Jackson ain't it, man. He not doing it for us.
Everybody can't play the 5 just because they tall.
Right. He can play it in Memphis, but in FIBA, nah, he not. It's too many big motherfuckers out in the other countries. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they ain't playing that small ball shit with y'all.
I don't give a fuck about them putting up.
Clean that motherfucking paint, nigga. Across the pond, we do it. We saw them big niggas getting the paint.
Oh, y'all shot 30% this game? Hell, don't even worry about it.
Yeah, so
no bull.
They was 14 to 25, so they took 25 threes. They was 14 to 25. They was, hey man, shooting them lights out. And getting boards. So like that last thing you need to be doing to a team that's shooting the lights out is give them opportunities to get more shots. So,
and that's what they did.
Get done rebound.
So that's what we got for the FIBA update. Like I said, on Tuesday they got some more games, and after those Tuesday games, they got a Wednesday game, and Thursday and Friday to be announced. But Wednesday game is Canada versus Slovenia, Germany versus Latvia. Tuesday is Lithuania versus Serbia, and Italy versus the United States. So let's get it. We're going to get into these 2 songs, and we will be right back with our next topic. Stay tuned.
All right, we back. That was Foreigners by Fabulous featuring Meek Mill, and Icon by Jaden Smith. Ducks, we back. You in?
I'm in here.
All right. So we're going to get into it next. We got the Chiefs-Lions breakdown. You know, they played Thursday night, 8:20. And NFL will be officially back after this felt like forever hiatus. So, you know, I was really surprised that this was the game, you know, to start the NFL season. You know, usually it's like a team you have more history with, you know, like, you know, of course you got the Super Bowl champs that always come out and they got their first game, and then who they play against is, you know, someone they have history with, you know, something. But I guess they wanted to switch it up this year, and then they went with the team that's been having a lot of hype from the end of, you know, last season through the off season to now. You know, a lot of people expecting the Lions to maybe do something. So I guess it's a cute game. And I don't I obviously see the Chiefs doing, starting off the season right, and they're going to hand Detroit a L. I think it'll be a high scoring game. They didn't really play in the preseason, so I'm expecting there to be rust, but Pat is still Pat. Jared Goff, he's not new in this system, so I think they're gonna it's gonna be an easy transition for them to get back, back in the flow. It's not Pat did lose and the Chiefs did lose Eric Bieniemy, but they still got, it's still Andy Reid, it's still his offense. So I think they both will be fine in that regard. But like I said, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs winning. I want to say 30, 38, 35. What you think?
I got the Chiefs winning. I think the Lions gonna be good this year, but I still got the Chiefs winning to start the season. Like you said, I know there's gonna be rust, but for me, the Chiefs are still the Chiefs. They still got Andy Reid. They still got Travis Kelce. They still got Pat Mahomes. I don't really like, even though the Lions had a good tail end of the season last year, and they're supposed to be a hot team coming into the season this year, it's still hard for me to. I don't know, man. Like my whole life, the Lions have been the Lions. Like the only time I really remember them being good is like with Barry Sanders or with Megatron. But like they haven't been winners. The Lions always been the Lions. So I don't know. Anytime somebody say Lions, I don't really think of like winner is not the first thing that pops into my head. You say what?
I said you don't give them no respect.
Nah, it's not that. I mean, like I respect what they did last season. Huh?
You said they losers.
That's because that's what they've always been. What I'm saying is I respect what they did at the tail end of the season last year, but when you put them up against Pat Mahomes, the champions, like I'm gonna have to go with the champions. I know they got that little Chris Jones situation going on. I think they're gonna pay him, but
he ain't gonna be there to look like week 1.
Yeah, I know, but still, I don't think that the Chiefs are gonna lose to the Lions though. I think it'll be a good game, but I don't think they're gonna. I think it'll be a high scoring game. I just don't think that the Lions gonna pull it out.
What score you got?
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say 38-31.
Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, it's I'm just really glad, like last week was the last week that we ain't gonna have football, NFL football on a Sunday. Like this offseason felt like torture. So I'm really ready to get back into it, and this will be an exciting game to get everybody back in the mix. Like I said, they really on Detroit heavy this year. I like Dan Campbell. I can't lie. Like I like Dan Campbell. Like all the shit that he be doing, Oklahoma drills. He be doing the up downs with him, and the shit the way he talks. Like, I like Dan Campbell, but I've never been a believer in Jared Goff like that. So, I already had chose the Bears to win this division. I think the Lions will be a playoff team, but I think people need to slow it down a little bit, like
Pump the brake. Pump the brakes. Nah, I ain't know they had Gardner. I ain't know they picked up Gardner Johnson.
yeah, man. After he
That's my guy.
he didn't want to. He bet on himself and it ain't work out. So he got another prove deal. Should have took the contract, buddy.
Prove yourself again.
Right.
I think he pretty good though. That's my guy though. I think he pretty good.
Yeah,
I think he gonna get at least like 3 picks this year.
Think he get one Thursday?
Hell no. Hell no. Well, I don't know. I take that back. He might if Pat Mahomes try that bullshit, them no look shits that he been talking about. If he try that bullshit, I think somebody might catch him with one before he stop. If he tried this game, I think he might get caught with it.
Oh man, I'm just so ready. Is it Thursday night yet? I know come Thursday, I'm gonna just be waiting all day. Damn, it ain't 8:20 yet.
Shit.
Well, it's finally back. Finally back, yo. I know we're gonna have this game, and then Friday night we're gonna break down Sunday's games. So, it's about to get real heavy.
Thanks. So up next we got we're gonna talk a little bit more college football. Some Heisman favorites. If y'all saw the first game on Thursday, then y'all know why we talking about this. So let's get into some music real quick, and then we'll be right back with some more college football and Heisman favorites. Stay tuned.
All right, that was We Gonna Make It. Jadakiss, Styles P. And fuck your favorite rapper, Ace Hood. We back.
Wow. Ace Hood sounds like Pusha T on there.
Nah, man, they be sounding like him.
He even after the bars, he even hit the like Pusha T be doing. I was like, no, he didn't. Just got pushed on the song. What the hell?
Yeah, that dude. Yeah, push could. Yeah, might have to hit him up. See if they can get a little remix going.
How old is that song?
Nah, that song old.
No, I thought it was. But all right. Well, like Big Go said, we back with some more college football for y'all, and we just gonna basically talk about some the Heisman race, some standouts that we saw in the first game, and just maybe some surprise favorites, our favorites for the Heisman, but also who they got on the list. So, do you want to start it off?
Yeah, so it's they only invite 3. So I'm gonna just go off my top 3. I'm gonna go with I think Travis and Shador are interchangeable. And then Caleb is up there. And I'm gonna give an honorable mention to Michael Phoenix, the quarterback from Washington. I wanted to put my man Drake May up in there, but he ain't had that great of a game. Cost me a little bit of money. So hopefully he get back to his self so he can get back up in them rankings. But that's who I got. I got Travis Hunter, Shador, Caleb, and Phoenix. Like the stuff that Caleb is doing, it's like they said, man. he be doing Pat Mahomes shit, Josh Allen shit. Like, dude is special. In college, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's going to be that special in the NFL. You know, that remains to be seen. But in college, what he's doing is looking like he out there, you know, toying with him. Shador, he just looks like he been here before. You know, like, the dude is poised, he confident, and 510 yards, 38 for 47, 4 touchdowns, no picks, on the road in a hostile environment with talent that nobody really knows. Like, nobody really knows all the transfer portal guys besides, you know, the Jackson State. So, if he can keep that up, I feel like even if they lose a couple games here and there, I think he'll be in the running. Travis Hunter, it's just like, yo, dude played like 100 plus snaps, yo. Like, dude had a pick, over 100 yards receiving. Like, come on, yo. Like, who was doing that? Like, I'll be damned if I'm out there like the whole damn game. Like, that'd be shit that you want to do, but you'd be like, bro, like, damn, I'm tired. But he is out there, bro. Like, that shit is insane. Like, so just off playing both sides, I feel like his odds are gonna do nothing if he keeps performing but go up. And it's like, you play both sides and you play them both at a high level, you're gonna get that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be up there. And Michael Phoenix, I actually didn't know about Michael Phoenix like that. Like, I don't pay attention to college football that much besides UNC and big games. So he really just put himself on the map for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and give him you know, an honorable mention. Because, you know, I feel like you definitely have a shot when you playing in a, you know, weaker conference, and you're gonna have the chance to put up them high numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like, Pac-12 is kind of like the Big 12. You know what I mean? Like, there's no defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just straight balls to the wall. You know what I mean? Like, it's full speed ahead. So, yeah, he's gonna get that honorable mention. He had 450 yards, 5 tugs, and if it wasn't for you know, Shador, he'd probably be the talk right now. You know what I mean? Like, they beat Boise State 56-19. Like, Boise State ain't a program to sneeze at. So, you know, if he keep putting up the numbers like that, it's gonna be a crowded Heisman race for sure.
Thanks. For me, I don't really know too many of the BCS quarterbacks like that. I do know I've seen Caleb Williams highlight tape. I've only seen one game of his. I've seen Drake May. Huh?
I said they be late. His games be late.
Yeah. So I think Caleb Williams number one. I'm gonna definitely put Shador up there and Travis Hunter up there in my top 3. But I also would put, because I don't know too much about those quarterbacks like Phoenix. I don't know too much about him. I am looking at Florida State quarterback Travis though after that game against LSU, so I'm gonna be watching him this year. I don't know if he on a Heisman list or not, but I'm gonna be watching him.
Nah, he didn't look good to me.
He
I
didn't.
think Keon Coleman was better than him. That was who he was going to.
So I got Caleb, I got Shadur, Travis Hunter, and then like for like I guess my honorable mention, I'm gonna go with Junior from Ohio State. Like because I don't really know too many quarterbacks, so I got to go with a wide receiver.
He
So
ain't do
yeah.
nothing though.
Oh, last year?
No, this year.
On their first game.
Yeah, he got hurt.
Oh damn. Oh well.
He
Was
ain't out for the season,
Oh
but
okay.
he only had like 2 catches, I think it was.
Okay.
So he's kind of starting behind the curve right now.
Yeah, he is. But
Yeah, he had two catches for 18 yards. That was it.
well, I still think he that guy though. But if injuries don't derail him this season, I think he got a chance. You know what I'm saying? If he put up stats like he did last year, I think he got a chance. But I still think Caleb gonna win it.
Man, I would sit my ass down if I was him, man.
I mean, he
Sit
gonna
your
get
ass down.
either way.
I'll be on my Jadavian Clowney shit, man.
He going either way. Like I said, I think he gonna go either way. If he sit down or if he play, I think he's still gonna get drafted. But
yeah, I'm saying, I'm like, he has the chance to be the number 1 pick. Like,
yeah.
So with that chance, it's like, you know what, man? Yeah, I could go out here and ball again, but it's like, look, I'm all week 1 and I already, you know what I'm saying, got hurt. So you mess around, get hurt. That'll take you from being top 3 to day 3, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But like I said, I don't really know too many of the quarterbacks like that.
And Caleb won last year, so like they don't want to. I really feel like he will have to do everything perfect. You know what I'm saying? Because like they don't want to give nobody the Heisman twice. No one has ever won the Heisman twice. So he got that going against. Huh?
RG didn't win it twice. I mean,
Nah.
Archie. Sorry, not RG. Archie.
Nah. Now you better make me look this up. Hold up. Waiting music.
Not RG. Not RG. Griffin. I mean, not Robert Griffin. Archie.
He the only one though. He the only one. So that was 74, 75. They don't want to do that shit again, man. You gotta ball. Like Lamar Jackson was better his second year than he was his Heisman year, and he won that Heisman. So, you gotta really like go dumb. So think he got there. He'll be. It ain't. There've been. You finished in the top 3, like you've won and then finished in the top 3. So that's why I got him up there, because I think he'll get the whole invite and whatnot and all that, but I don't think he'll win it. But I got Travis Hunter as my number 1 right now.
All right.
What y'all think in the chat? Anyone in the chat? What you think?
We definitely gonna keep y'all updated on it. You know what I'm saying, on the Heisman race. But I'm
voting this year, so
I don't know. I just feel like as good as he is, I know they don't want to give it the people back to back, but I just feel like he just gotta play. He gotta play good, but I feel like he just gotta play better than the other candidates. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know. I think they'll try to throw in, Bo, even Bo like 30. They'll try to throw, Drake will get in there. Phoenix is in there. Shador, Travis. Like I'm
But let's say
like
let's say top three. Let's say that the top three candidates end up being Caleb, Drake. Let's just throw Drake in there, and your boy Phoenix. Let's say Drake keep having games like he had on the first game, so he's doing all right, but not that good. You know what I'm saying? Good enough to make it the top three of the Heisman race, but he not putting up better numbers than Caleb. And then Phoenix made it too. You know what I mean? He put up some numbers, but his numbers not better than Caleb. His team ain't doing as good as USC. You think they still gonna probably give it to Drake, or even though they don't have as good stats as Caleb?
Yeah, I feel like he has to blow. It has to be like unanimous type shit. Like, there's no way that there is any doubt that he should win the Heisman. Like, it would have to be an absolute robbery for them to give it to him. And it ain't too early to talk about Heisman. Deion was already talking about Heisman. At halftime, he was talking about Heisman. Not like Drake.
Well, like I said, we'll definitely see. We'll see how everything play out. Some of these people that's up here right now might not even be in the
but as of now, you know what I'm saying? That's who I got in my Heisman. Cause the crazy thing is, like, I think Shador was like plus 20,000 or some shit like that, and now I think it's like plus 3,500.
Damn.
After 1 week. So
one game, god dang. But yeah, my vote's still gonna be Caleb. My vote's still gonna be Caleb. Travis, Travis
is insane.
And then Junior for me.
Junior already behind the curve, bro. He gonna have to be putting up 300 yards a game to catch up.
He behind the curve, but I still think he could have a good season, a good enough season to be in contention.
It's just like, man, yo, let me look it up right quick. Hold on.
Because I mean, they said what he say? Last season he caught 77 passes for almost 1,300 yards, 16.4 average, 14 touchdowns. Even though he had a few quiet games, it said he diced up some terrific secondaries, including Michigan and Georgia. So you know what I'm saying? I think he can still make it to contention.
I don't know. But Travis Hunter played 129 snaps, bro. If that shit stays every fucking week and he performs, bro, there's no way that he don't motherfucking win that shit, bro. Like, both sides of the ball, bro. Like, that shit is crazy.
So is he gonna win it as a wide?
He'll just win it as, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the fuck they'll say cornerback, wide receiver. That's what they'll say.
Who's the last defensive player to win the Heisman? Is it Wilson?
Yeah.
So
Tyrann Mathieu almost had it.
I think for Hunter, he's gonna have to
shit though. Like, you gotta it's hard.
Yeah, but with him playing on both sides of the ball, I think he really gonna have to show up on the offensive side of the ball more than the defensive side of the ball to win the Heisman.
I don't know. I think if he has a half game like he just had, like, bro, he's winning that shit, bro. If he has, let's just say, like 1,200 yards, or I'll just say 1,000. If he has 1,000 yards and like 6-7 touchdowns, and then he has like 5 picks, bruh. He gonna win that shit.
What happens if they stop throwing to his side?
Then he wins that shit.
like in our minds, but I'm just saying what his stats gonna look like. They stop throwing to his side.
If they stop throwing to his side, he already done had 5 picks. So, you know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna be not throwing to your side. You ain't coming away with the ball. He keep coming away with the ball, then they gonna be like, all right.
I don't know. I think we've seen enough from the first game to be like, don't throw to this nigga's side. Unless you
everybody knows who that quarterback was, man.
Let you Marvin Harrison Jr.
Right. But hey, it might come. It might come, you know. Shit, he get mossed out there.
Oh, he definitely gonna get mossed. Like I said, all he do is go for the ball. He go for the ball. He don't worry about them trying to make the tackle. He don't worry about nothing else. He worry about catching that bitch. That's all his mind on, catching that bitch. He gonna get mossed.
You get the ball, I ain't got to tackle. You got to tackle me.
Yeah, until you get mossed, and then you like, damn, I ain't playing for this.
You know, they gonna go crazy.
Shit, that's why I quit football. I used to play safety. I used to play safety too, free safety. And then I used to catch almost everything until damn somebody caught one damn in the middle of the field on me on like I guess a slant or something. Caught one in the middle of the field. Well, nobody but me and him. I'm like, damn, I gotta make the tackle because I couldn't get to the ball in time. Truck, knocked all the wind out of me. Your dad came off the bench. He came down to the sideline. I was laying on the bench on the side. He was squeezing oranges in my mouth. Like, you good? You good? I'm like, man, I can't feel my chest, man. I can't. The nigga that trucked me, he went to the same school as me. This motherfucker gonna wear his little football jacket to school the next day. I'm like, you was a bitch ass nigga. We want nothing in it. We was in like Pop Warner. I'm like, bitch, you gonna wear your little jacket to school? Fuck you, bitch. You ain't high school or nothing, nigga. This YMCA recreation, nigga. Get the fuck out of here. But he ended up making it to the championship. He was putting up he ended up being my homie though. He caught a murder charge too while we was in middle school. But yo, he used to end up for a Pop Warner rec. And he used to average 120 yards a game running back, just 120 yards a game. Sometimes they put him out in the wide out position, but he was mainly the running back. Chucked the shit out of me, boy. I never forget that shit. I definitely became a basketball player after that. It was like, hell nah. I got a decision to make. Am I gonna get hurt doing this shit? Or am I gonna keep my legs on this? Bro. I'm telling you.
Oh, here we go. He got the red ring of death again. Well, that was that for the Heisman favorites after week 1. Of course, shit. We just gonna do that after, probably every Monday, and update who we think, gonna be in that running for the Heisman. So we about to have 2 songs. We'll be right back. All right. That was Feel No Pain, Freddie Gibbs featuring Anderson Peck, and Real Nigga Troy Ave featuring T.I. Young Dolph, R.I.P. All right, so go ahead, Dubs. You go ahead.
All right, so our next segment is basically on Shannon Sharp and his debut on First Take with Stephen A. And while he was debating Skip My bad. Stephen A. Stephen A. He been with that show for 7 years. It's gonna be hard. Nah, but if you saw the
It's so
show,
sweet. It's so sweet.
if you saw the show, Shannon Sharp, he debuted today on First Take in his green money suit, and you could tell this was his first time back on TV. He just kept calling Stephen A. Skip. He did it multiple times, and so Twitter grabbed all of did all of the screen grabs from all of the times he said Skip to Stephen A. And it was real. I didn't watch it. I listened to the episode, but it was different for me. It was different.
It was cringe.
Yeah, it really was. I didn't really enjoy it like I thought I would, but maybe I will tomorrow when they got more time. They only had an hour today before they switched it to the U.S. Open, but tomorrow they're supposed to have a full 2 hours. So maybe it'll be a little different since Shannon's supposed to be there every Monday and Tuesday. So I'm gonna check it out on Tuesday. Hopefully it's not as bad as Monday was. But if it's gonna be like Monday, then I think the new Undisputed is gonna end up winning winning the ratings battle. I don't know. I watched a little bit of Club Shay Shay with Stephen A. I don't know, man. It just like
It's forced, bro. Like
yeah,
it's not natural.
yeah. I guess I'm just so used to seeing him and Skip so for so long, and him kind of being himself with Skip, but I felt like he wasn't necessarily his stuff with Stephen A. I felt like he was just another one of the Hall of Famers that come on there to debate Stephen A. You know what I'm saying? Even though it was Shannon Sharp, it didn't feel like it was Shannon Sharp up there to me.
Yeah,
But
bro. It's a bunch of like, bro. That skit that they opened the show with, bro. Like,
super lame.
bro, that shit was so corny, bro. Like, that's the thing about First Take. To me, like, First Take is just it's a show. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like it's really on some analyst type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just straight hot takes and fucking bullshit, and that's why I don't watch it. So that shit was like I said, it's gonna hurt for me to watch it because I'm not a fan of First Take anymore. Like it really fell off to me, and I was watching Undisputed. Like even when I watch Undisputed, where they got Keyshawn Sherman, Michael Irvin, like that shit still feels natural. Like it's no forcing to it. Like that was the first episode. Like they got 4 voices, and from time to time it was, hard for everyone to get their point across in a, amount of time, but it all flowed, like it wasn't like this shit. It was just them two and then Molly, who interjects all the damn time. And it was just like, bro, this shit ain't it, man. And then it's like, if I'm going to debut my big signing, right? Why the hell I'm gonna do it on a day when we only got an hour? Did y'all not think this shit out right? Like, I'm not doing that. Like, we done September 4th is the day. Oh yeah, we got Shannon Sharp. We dropped the Club Shay Shay before it, so to get some buzz going, and then it comes, and then it's just lackluster. Like even when on Club Shay Shay, it that shit is just, bruh, it's yuck, bruh. Yuck.
Yeah. It just made me think like, I mean, Shannon Sharp is who he is. That's my TV uncle for sure. You know what I'm saying? But it just made me think how he is on this other show. Like, was I really did Skip Bayless make the Shannon Sharp, you know what I'm saying? Like kind of bring him out of his shell to the Shannon Sharp that we love.
I don't know. I don't think that. I just think like when you on First Take, you're in Stephen A's house, right? And like it's gonna go how he wants it to go. No ifs, ands, or buts. Like Skip lets everyone be them. Right? Stephen A, once you start to be yourself and get your own personality, he gets you the fuck up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't last long. So when they open with that skit, Shannon Sharp has never did no shit like that. Like he does the King James shit come out, with the Club Shay Shay shit and the drinks and the goat mask and the jersey and shit. Like that shit is funny, you know what I'm saying? Because that's just him being him. But this sir, yes sir, motherfucking Full Metal Jacket bullshit was just like, bruh, why? I don't like. Why did you sign off on this shit, bro? It's like, so what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stand there. Like, this is not the Stephen A. and Mad Dog because they be doing that dumb shit. All right, so it's like, bro, just let the shit be what it's gonna be. Like, let me come on there and be me. Then he borrows his glasses, and then he's like, okay, I'm gonna do the Urkel shit, and then bro, like, this shit is just so corny, bro. Like, I was watching. And I'm just like, bruh, this shit is bad. And then, when the tennis came on, I thought I hit the channel or something because like I had looked up and then they was on the tennis. I was like, what the hell? So I didn't even know it was going to be an hour too. So it was just all bad. Like from the 1 hour to the opening to man using his glasses to be Stephen Urkel and shit. Like, man, that bruh, come on, Shannon, be yourself.
I ain't got no problem with First Take. I just didn't like that episode with Shannon Sharp. So I'm gonna give it a couple more episodes to see if the Shannon Sharp that I'm used to, the one that the one that I like, if he come and he show up on the on First Take or not. If not, then I probably won't be like, so pressed to tune in like I usually was for Undisputed.
How you feel about Molly?
Molly's I used to like Molly, but now she's just kind of getting on my nerves. Cause she got so much of an opinion now. It's like, we don't care about, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't necessarily care about your opinion. You're the moderator. I know you're a sports journalist or whatever, you had something to do with sports or whatever, but like, I don't know, like, I don't like her takes, and I don't know. She's just, I wish she was more.
I don't like how she comes in. Like, she just comes in, and then it's like, I'm going to get my word in, and there's no personality to it. It's just like straight boom. And it's like, first of all, who asked you, bro?
Yeah.
And it's the whole show is just cringe to me, man. I don't enjoy it. Like, when Molly first came on, I was like, okay, I like Molly. You know what I'm saying? Like, who I really liked was the first Jen at Undisputed. I like Jen. Yeah. Jen was a good moderator until she started beefing with Skip. But
she started beefing with Skip.
Yes, there was a time where Skip had said something about Mike McCarthy being fat, pretty much, and he was like, yeah, he's fat, so I wouldn't want him to be my coach, pretty much. Right? and Jen was like, I don't think that's fair. That's out of bounds, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, well, pretty much like, well, who cares? Like, this is what I'm saying. And then she was like, well, I'm entitled to have an opinion. And he was like, nah. And then Shannon was like, "Come on." he was like, "Come on, guys, we're a team." And Skip was like, no." Yeah, and I don't even think she lasted like a week or two after that, bro. It was over.
I thought she had the baby. That's why she left.
Nah, that's what they said, bro. But that wasn't true because she was still going to the college games and doing them shits.
Mm.
And did she come back? No.
Yeah, I was like, well, she did have a long ass break, but I know, you know what? Some jobs usually get like 6 weeks or something like that. But she was definitely going longer than that. So I was like, maybe because you know, sometimes like they will pay for your 6 weeks, but if you want to extend it past that, then they'll let you do that. Most jobs will. So that's what I thought she was on, like an extended maternity leave or something like that. But I missed that episode with her and Skip having that
Yeah,
little
you gonna have to when we go on break, I'm gonna need you to look that shit up because that shit is funny, bro. I'm gonna look that shit up myself too, just to watch it again.
But yeah, like I said, hopefully it'll get better tomorrow. I'll be able to watch it tomorrow, so I might check it out and watch it tomorrow, see what it's looking like. See if it's better, because I don't watch none of these shows. I listen to all of them, but like listening to it on the podcast, I was just like, it was tough trying to get through the first hour. I'm like, do I want to keep listening to this? Is it gonna get better? But no, I cut off after the first hour, so I didn't even catch the second hour. But we'll see what it's talking about tomorrow. Like I said, we'll come back with another update for y'all on Friday.
Get better because they have nowhere to go but up. That shit was that bad. Yeah. But I think Undisputed got it, bro. Like Keyshawn, Sherm, Mike, Skip. They had Dion on there today.
Oh, he was actually on there?
Yeah, like he was what do they call it? Via satellite and shit. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But you know, he was on there, you know, they talked about the game and everything. So it's like, you know, Prime said this, he said Skip got the dream team lineup. You know what I'm saying? So he stamped it already.
And that was all his old friends. That's all.
I mean, hey, nobody really likes Stephen A. Rich Paul trying to slap him up. He be lying too much.
Well, like I said, I ain't got no problem with First Take. I like I don't really like none of the people on Undisputed. I like Skip, but I don't really like none of the other people. Like Keyshawn cool, Michael Irvin.
Used to be on First Take.
Huh?
So was Michael Irvin. They both used to be on for First Take.
Yeah, was on there. I know. I didn't like none of them on First Take. Keyshawn was cool. I didn't really like Michael Irvin. He too fucking hyped for me in the mornings, man. Like, bro, like you got too much energy for me in the mornings, and like I don't know. He get too excited, and it's like he don't shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? That's my only problem with Mike Irvin. But football player, yeah, he's great. But like I just don't like his him as an analyst, I guess. Keyshawn cool. Nah. Don't really care for Richard Sherman, but like I said,
they got it because it's like it's not all four of them all the time. Sometimes it'll be just two of them, then it'll be just the three of them, then it'll be all four of them, and then they go back to two. So it's like, you know, it all flows, you know, and you get to hear, you know, opinions from both sides of the ball and shit. And I like Skip because Skip can actually like break shit down and give you reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for as much.
Well, I heard you. Nah, but for
grief that Skip gets, he really can, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he backs it up with his stats and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even if I don't agree, you know what I'm saying, he presents his case with evidence. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't just say, oh, well, I heard this, that, then the third, and I'm running with it. Or we're not even going to talk about this. I'm going to just throw this hot take out there, and we're just going to talk about that. Because
My
that's what first take is.
See, my only thing with Skip Bayless is, and it's with a lot of these analysts is, and it's just like us. Like, if you like somebody, then you gonna ride for that person. You know what I'm saying? If you don't really like somebody, then you always gonna have something negative to say about that person. That's the only thing I feel like about Skip. Sometimes he has stats, but a lot of times I feel like he be contradicting himself. Like stuff that he'll
Well,
say
yeah,
about,
of course.
like
But he
stuff that
still
he'll
has
say about Tom Brady, like the type of person that he is and stuff like that. It seems like he get him all the credit in the world, but like somebody like LeBron could do the same thing, and then he'll be like, "It's just not good enough," or LeBron has an arterial. Yeah, like
Ray Allen saved his legacy.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. But
Not Terry though.
it is what it is, though. I still like Skip, though. It is what it is, though. I just I haven't even listened to Undisputed first show yet, so I might get that a chance tomorrow when I got some time.
It's better, man. You just it's time to cut ties, man. Come on over on this side, man.
Look, I've been an Undisputed fan, but since they restructured everything, it don't seem exciting to me, except for the Lil Wayne part. I want to hear what the fuck Lil Wayne got to say. I want to hear him debate somebody, but
He be debating too.
Yeah, that's probably the only thing I'm looking forward to. Like, I don't want to hear what Richard Sherman, Michael Irvin, and Keyshawn Johnson got to say about basketball. Like,
so you don't think Stephen A is about to, because Shannon is cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, Shannon is like, I don't call nobody my uncle unless they my uncle, but like Shannon is, you know what I'm saying? They call him uncle for a reason. Like, he really like, you know what I'm saying, your uncle. Stephen A is like a fucking cornball. And I feel like he's about to corny up Shannon. And that's just going to be bad TV.
I don't know. I feel like Stephen A, he getting corny because he getting older. That's what I feel like.
This nigga's always been corny.
I don't feel like he always been corny.
All right, you're right. He ain't always been corny. But I used to like his show. Remember that show he had, Quite Frankly, I think that's what it was, on ESPN?
I think I remember. I remember the name. I don't think I remember the episodes.
Yeah, he was cool then. He was all right. But like, yeah, he I don't know. I think it's like when you, because he was like kind of entrenched in this. It wasn't just like he was a beat writer and doing all that other shit, right? Like, so he was coming straight off of that. So he was like in tune with the game. You know what I mean? And I feel like now that he ain't got bigger, he be like they don't even be watching the games, bro. Like, and it'd be obvious. And it's like, bro, like, this is your fucking job. Watch the fucking game. Or don't bring the shit up. Like, that's what I don't get. Like, yo, if you don't like you, right? Like, you'll say, yo, I ain't watch it, or I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But these niggas be like, all right, I'm about to give an expert opinion and don't know, you know what I'm saying, shit at all about the shit, but then pretend like they do. And it's like, bro.
I do the same thing too. I do the same thing too. I be half watching these games. I be like, all right, I know we're gonna talk about this game on the next show. Let me watch this shit. And I end up fucking falling asleep on most of the game and then come up here and be like, yeah, that was an awesome game, y'all. Y'all should have saw that shit. I mean, what else y'all want me to say? You know what I mean? Y'all.
But that's different though. Like this is we trying to, you know what I'm saying, make this into something. They already have their, you know what I'm saying, shit to where they got people that's, you know, they have to get their stats and, you know, all this other shit, and they don't, you know what I'm saying, they be lost. And it's like, but this is your fucking job, bro. how is this on the ticker to talk about, but you don't have the knowledge to do that.
Right.
But you just, and it's like, all right, this is why I'm going to just come with a hot take and then, take the attention off of the topic. So that's why our first take is trash. But, hey, we'll see. Hopefully they don't do no skit tomorrow. Right? They do a skit tomorrow, bro. Shannon Sharp might have to block me because I'm gonna be atting his ass.
Stupid. You gonna get too short.
Come on. Oh, yes, sir. Nah, he be blocking people.
Yeah, I know.
He be talking back to Bubba. He be responding. So I'm gonna get my response. It's gonna be one of two things. You gonna block me, or you gonna, you know what I'm saying, you gonna see me in the quote tweets.
Well, like I said, we definitely gonna see tomorrow what the show looking like, and then y'all tune in too, and then come back on Friday, see what we got to say about it.
All right, when we come back, what you doing first? You doing what happened to the boy? You doing the craziest news of the week?
We're gonna do the what happened to that boy, and then we're gonna end it with the craziest news of the week.
All right. Stay tuned. All right. That was Kirk O'Bangs with Ice Cold and Nipsey Hussle featuring Kobe Supreme and Dom Kennedy. Check me out.
Copy.
So every week that we can, Dux does what happened to that boy. So go ahead, it's on you, Dux.
All right, let's get it.
Real quick.
All right, so as we do every week or every Monday, like he said, we try to do every Monday, our What Happened to That Boy segment, where we choose anybody from any walk of life. It could be a sports figure. It could be anybody that was real big in the culture for a while, and or real big in what they did for a while, or their sport. And, they just kind of fell off the map. So we just kind of show them some love. And, here on Ballgame Banter, let y'all know about their career and where they are right now. So for this week, we got my boy, Chris Jackson, Mahoud Abdul Rauf. I'm sure a lot of y'all remember him from the Denver Nuggets. But just to kind of give y'all a little bit of early life before we start getting into his career, Chris Jackson, born Chris Jackson. He later changed his name to Mahmoud Abdul Rauf. But he was born in Mississippi and in 1969. And he never really played basketball as a kid. He just kind of shot around. He grew up in poverty with two brothers and his mother, who was a single parent.
You still in my forgotten legends, man.
Did you do one on him already?
Nah.
Okay, then. So you late. So my boy Chris Jackson, like I said, he didn't play basketball as a kid, organized basketball as a kid, but one day, one of the middle school basketball coaches for the women's or the girls' basketball team saw him outside on the playground playing, and she talked to him and tried to convince him to play basketball, went and talked to his mother and convinced him to try to play organized basketball, told him stuff like, hey, your son can get a scholarship, he can go to college, all that good stuff. So his mother let him play basketball. So we played middle school and in high school. And in high school, he made his way to the McDonald's All-American game for the high school boys. And he showed out in that game and ended up signing a letter of intent with LSU. So for his freshman year at LSU, he set a career high or a high in points for LSU in general with 55 points one game against Ole Miss during his freshman season. His third game, he put up 53 points against Florida his freshman season at LSU. So he averaged about 30 points and about 5.4 rebound assists. And I'm reading all over the place. Assists for his freshman season. And his sophomore season, he trickled down just a point, 2 points, and averaged 27.8 points per game and still kept his 5 assists per game. So he got drafted with the third pick in 1990 draft by the Denver Nuggets. And he ended up making it to the all-rookie second team. And during his stint with the Nuggets, he put up like 53-pointer games. He put up a 30-point game with 20 assists against the Phoenix Suns his third year in the NBA. And he even contended in the NBA dunk contest. He never did a dunk in an actual NBA game, but the GM for the Denver Nuggets actually sent a highlight tape of him dunking in like practice or just him dunking in general at the Nuggets facility to the NBA, and they decided to put him in the NBA dunk contest. He didn't win, but he was definitely a participant in the NBA dunk contest. So he played up until for the Denver Nuggets up until 96, was traded to the Kings. And then maybe he played for the Kings for about 2-3 years. And then he went to the Turkish Basketball League. He didn't even finish out a full season for them before he retired from basketball, saying that he lost interest for the game. But then he came back in 2000 and played for the Vancouver Grizzlies, played for them for about 3 years, and then went to the Russian Basketball Super League. He played there, averaged about 18 points. And then he signed a contract with Udine in 2005, which is another like Euro League. But he set out the entire season due to a torn Achilles tendon. So ended up retiring from basketball back in 2009 after playing for the Japan League. And then he, once Cube got his Big Three league started, he played for the Three-Headed Monsters in the Big Three, which I think he still plays from time to time in the Big Three. So what he's most known for is his national anthem controversy. So I know a lot of y'all our younger audience think that, Colin Kaepernick was the first to basically protest the national anthem, but Chris Jackson, Abdul Rauf, had did it back in 96, and the NBA suspended him for it and charged him $31,707 per missed game. Once he found out that was what they was charging him, 2 days later, he reached out to the NBA and he worked out a compromise with them for the national anthem that he would stand during the playing of the national anthem, but he would close his eyes and look down. And the NBA agreed to that. And when he was asked, he said he just did his Islamic prayer while they played the national anthem, which everybody believes eventually got him blackballed from the NBA. But if you know anything about Chris Jackson, he was definitely like a sharpshooter. He was, if y'all remember, like the first what happened to that boy I did on Jim and Fredette and how lethal he was. When it came to shooting, Chris Jackson was that guy before Jimmer. I mean, like some of the stories that you'll hear from like NBA players would be like, at LSU, like he would put up 100 shots before he left the gym and made sure that he made like majority of those shots before he left the gym, and that he was just a sniper. Like anything from mid-range was probably going in from Chris Jackson. So if y'all get a chance, go watch, just look up on YouTube Chris Jackson highlights from LSU, and they'll show you like some of his highlights from those 50-point games that he had. And there were multiple 50-point games that he had at LSU, multiple 50-point games that he had in the NBA. So just look up his highlight tape. Y'all see how cold he was. And and why he was chosen for our Forgotten Legend, because not only did he do his thing on the floor in college and in the NBA, but he also stood for something way before Colin Kaepernick did. And I just felt like he needed his flowers, you know what I'm saying, for both of those things. And that's what we got for today's Forgotten Legend, Chris Jackson, a.k.a. Mahmoud Abdul Rauf. His first name always get me. I just used to call him Abdul Rauf when I was a kid. Abdul Rauf, that's all I remember. Mahmoud always kind of threw me off, but because I never knew how to say it. But Abdul Rauf, because my father, he's Muslim or whatever. He taught me how to at least say the last name. But yeah, that's what we got. You remember my boy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I said, I just wanted to touch on him. On Friday, we got the Forgotten Legends. We got the Forgotten Legends segment. So, Big Goat definitely not gonna do it on Chris Jackson. It's gonna be somebody different. So, y'all make sure y'all tune in on Friday for the Forgotten Legends.
Had to go back to football this week.
So, yeah, shouts out to the boy, Chris Jackson, for what he did in the game and for standing for something. We don't give him his flowers for that, because a lot of people forgot about that. So that's what we got. And we're going to get into these two songs, and then we will be right back with our last segment of the night, the best moment of the weekend. And we'll be right back.
All right, that was DMX with Who We Be and 2 Chainz featuring Drake, Big Amount. So go ahead, Dux, with the craziest news over the weekend.
All right, so for our last segment, before we wrap this up, as we do every Monday, we got the best news that happened over the weekend. And there's been a video floating around social media of a young lady, African-American lady, who is, I guess she's doing an Instagram live video while she's in a hospital.
She's Somalian.
She's Somalian, okay. While they, so she's doing a live video while she's in the hospital, and the right side of her face is swollen. And so she basically tells the story that she was at I guess, out with her friends, I guess, or at a club or something. And a guy asked for her telephone number, and she told him no. And so the guy picks up a brick, and I guess he hits the lady with the brick because she didn't give him her phone number. So like I said, the whole right side of her face is swole from getting hit with the brick, and she's basically saying that there was guys outside standing all around, and the guys were just watching this guy pick up the brick and threaten to hit her with it before he actually did hit her with it. And nobody did anything. She asked the guys, like, are y'all just gonna let him do this? And nobody said anything. They let the guy hit her with a brick and then get in the car and drive away. And I don't even know what to say about this. I don't know what to say about this. Because I believe it, because I do know that dudes really be on one. You know what I'm saying? Like, be on some bullshit like this. So I do believe her. But at the same time, when she says that there were all of these guys standing around and nobody did anything, to me, it puts me in, it makes me think of two things. It makes me think, one, this new generation, they not gonna help you. They not gonna help you. Like, they not. Whether you a female or whatever, it's none of their business. So they not gonna help you. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel about the new generation. They more pull a phone out and get it on camera than they are, hey, don't hit, let me help this lady out who need help with a brick. you know, or help with this guy who about to hit her with a brick. You know what I'm saying? It's more like, oh shit, like y'all see.
Hey, we got a question in the chat. It said, what would you said the question in the chat says, what would you do if you were there, Ducks, if you was the bystander?
So for me, because I'm old school, you know what I'm saying? I would have at least been like, yo, like to my man with the brick, like, yo, what the fuck is going on here? But it also made me think, like, for all of those dudes to be standing around and letting that girl, letting that girl get hit with a brick, she probably had to say something more than, no, you can't get my number. You know what I'm saying? Like for everybody to just watch this man pick up a brick and get ready to hit this lady with it, like, she must have said something foul. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking it's either one of the two things. Either my boy was just out his mind and he just hit her with the brick anyway, or two, she must have said something more than, no, you can't have my number. You know what I'm saying? It must have been, no, you can't have my number. Get your dusty ass. You know what I'm saying? Like how they be doing that. Get your dusty ass the fuck back away from me.
Broke
you know
ass nigga.
Get the fuck back, nigga. And he picked up the brick like, bitch, who are you talking to? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking it went either one of those two ways. If it was me, no matter how they was talking, no matter what she said, like, pick your, get your dusty ass back, old bum ass look, you know what I mean? I'd have been like, yo, bro, like, for real, like with the brick, like, chill out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, chill out, bro.
Not like Drake. Would you like to call in and discuss this topic?
Would you like to tell us what you would do?
Do not be quiet now, not like Drake.
like the guys that watched, you know. Nah, but
go ahead. Request a call.
With this new generation, man, I understand it. It's more like, pull your phone out. Oh, it's more drama. Let's see what happened. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or it's not like it used to be, like step in type shit. It's just like move the fuck out the way for you get hit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Yeah, so welcome, not like Drake.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So if you were there,
right,
how would that go? How do you see that moment going with you there?
So as I was talking with my own lady and everything like that, I think everyone has at least a moral obligation. You're not legally obligated to say anything or anything like that or to step in. I get it. You got someone to protect at home. You got someone you got to, certain things I understand. But I think everyone has a moral obligation to at least say something like, hey, I called the cops. Even though if you didn't call the cops, hey, man, I called the cops. Don't throw that brick. That's all you have to do. It's just a moral obligation. That's all. That's all.
So if see, all right. So I'll say what I would do. Right. So if I'm there, right. First of all, I'm not really paying attention to anyone else's business that's going on. So probably me, I probably would have just seen or heard the commotion after the brick hit. Right. So
wait.
Standing
what
around.
What if that's not the case? What if you are viewing this situation as it's unfolding, where Shorty is? Yeah, I mean,
you have to look at this a lot of different ways, right? So she says that she is talking to this guy. There's a whole bunch of people basically just looking and watching them interact, and her say no. Okay, so if you have other people's attention while you're talking to this other guy saying no, I'm pretty sure you're being loud,
right,
and probably rude. So that right there, of course I'm not going to say if you're loud and you're rude and you're being disrespectful, you should get hit with a brick by a man. But
it kind of sound like what you're saying now.
Right.
What I'm saying is that when you do those type of things and you're in a crowd and you're pretty much embarrassing somebody, you do not know how they're going to respond. So it is best to just politely decline and, go about it that way. And I am not stepping in for nobody. Like, besides someone that I know.
We're not saying you got to step in. We ain't saying you got to be Superman. I'm saying you wouldn't at least say something.
You want to
I'm gonna be like, damn.
You want to be like, chill, bro, yo, chill. What you had to pick up?
What she said was she was hit with a brick. They either took the brick with him or put the brick down, got in the car and left. Right? So he was no longer a threat after he caught him with the brick. So
right, but your words could provoke that. That's what I'm saying. It don't take nothing
My initial reaction is gonna be like, damn. And then if he was to try to go further, then okay, then I'm, be like, hey man, chill out.
The damage already done. You saw the
she already got hit with the brick. What else? What more of an escalational force do you need outside of getting hit with a brick in the face?
What am I supposed to do with this? Am I supposed to step in front of this brick?
No, I'm saying
just say something. Say something before the brick hits the face.
This is where the story don't add up as much. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like so she's saying no. Everybody's paying attention. Where's this brick? There ain't just loose bricks around. Like what the fuck? Like,
well, we don't know where this happened at, but outside of, let's say it's outside of a club in Philly, I can imagine a brick being outside. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of hole in the wall clubs everywhere around the world. You know what I'm saying? I can imagine a brick being outside, especially if it's in the inner city.
So if he walks away, goes to get a brick, and then comes back with the brick,
bro, it feels like you victim blaming a little bit right now. Like,
get out of there.
I'm not taking it like that. I'm not taking it as she said no. He walked all the way off, went and scoured the area for a brick and came back. Like, you're not going to, I think that what happened was she said no. You know what I'm saying? However she said it, and there was a brick there. He grabbed whatever was available right there. I don't think he walked away and came back, because that means she would have had to been waiting for the.
Okay, so then that is too. How can I say anything before she's hit with the brick if that's the case?
If you saw him pick the brick up, she said in the video he's holding the brick like this, and she's saying, y'all gonna let him hit me y'all gonna let him just pick up a brick and hit me?
If she walk away, what do you want me to do? I'm not stepping in front of no brick.
Why is it crazy to say something? That's why I'm trying to figure out, why is it crazy to say at least say something?
No, interject. You say y'all just gonna let him hit me with his brick? Bitch, run. The fuck?
All right.
So you wouldn't at least, like, throw a little, hey man, you don't have to hit her with that brick. Chill out. Nothing.
He don't give a fuck.
I don't know her. I don't know what she said. You know
it's a woman though. It's a woman in distress. Regardless, you have a little empathy. Put your heart out there.
Yeah, I can stay with you till the ambulance comes. Like, you know what I'm saying? I might be able to give you a ride or something. You know what I mean? So you ain't got to pay that ambulance fee. But
so you gonna snitch instead of trying to prevent it from the jump. You're gonna be like, yeah, he was this, he pulled out in this.
I just took her. I'm not snitching.
If you wait with her to the ambulance,
I don't understand, why can't we snitch on something like that? Why is that even an issue?
That's not I'm not getting involved. If a nigga is just gonna hit you with a brick for saying no, or being disrespectful in that shit, I'm pretty sure that there's screws loose up there. So I'm good on that. Like, I'm not messing with nobody that's wailing bricks in 2023. Like, I'm good on that. What's wrong with niggas' mics? See, that's what happens when you spitting that real shit. You gotta be quiet.
So if your significant other was ever in a scenario where she needed help, would you just not expect anyone to help her out?
She ain't gonna be in that.
But I'm just saying, if she went to work by herself or something like that, she's not always gonna have you with her, right?
Not even went to work. Let's say she goes somewhere with her homegirls. Let's say she goes bowling with her homegirls, and the guy at the bowling alley like, hey, what's up? Give me your number. And she like, no, thank you, I'm married. And he pick up a brick. Would you expect
Pick up a
somebody?
bowling ball. You already got a bowling ball. You pick up a bowling ball, go upside her head with it.
I don't see. This is such a not happening scenario that it really doesn't.
Are you going to be with your significant other 24/7?
I don't care. Like if someone else, if she gets hit once and the guy gets in the car and drives off, okay, then she is going to tell me, and then I'm going to do my best to find this person. Like I don't.
But I'm saying you would want someone to help her out, wouldn't you? You would want someone to.
Like I said, if he kept wailing, then you know. But the just one hit, it's like, okay, what can I do? He's already gone. I'm not about to motherfucking fight this nigga.
I don't know, man. I feel like you're making an excuse. I feel like just saying something that is not fighting the dude, is not really doing that. Just being like, yo, bro, chill out. You know what I'm saying? Is not saying like, oh, I'm about to fight with this guy, this crazy ass guy. I feel like just saying something is just saying, at least trying to prevent it by just saying something. Nobody said you had to jump in front of the brick and get hit yourself to save this woman. We just saying, would you at least say something to try to diffuse the situation, or would you just sit there and watch it happen?
Yeah, I told you I'm gonna say run, bitch. Don't
So
stand. Nigga's about to hit you with a brick. Why are you telling me?
He probably has a hold of her. It's not like she can just lean automatically.
Why are you just standing there?
You're doing too much victim blaming for the shorty.
No, it's called real life, nigga. Like if you see a car coming and you just stand there, nigga, move.
We don't even know if that's the scenario. If he threw the brick at her, he might have had a hold of her and then hit her.
If she's announcing that she's about to get hit with this brick, she has time to motherfucking retreat.
But if he has a hold of her, you
gotta try to help yourself before I try to help you.
She didn't announce that she was gonna get hit with the brick. She said. No, she didn't. She said she saw the nigga pick up the brick, and then she told everybody, all the guys there, oh, y'all just gonna let him pick up a brick? Y'all just gonna let him try to hit me with a brick?
Nigga, we said the scenario was he got the brick in his hand, and she says, y'all just gonna let him hit me with this brick.
Right. You said that.
So in that instance, if his nigga got the brick, bitch, I'm gonna need you to try to defend yourself a little bit or run or something.
All right, so he just ain't gonna say nothing. He gonna watch it happen.
It's a bystander syndrome.
People have died for less.
People like you being in the way. Really? After she was hit with the brick, she done got bashed in the head with the brick. She bleeding. You should have ran, bitch. No, you should have said something. But now you want to sit there with her until the police come. You could have said something from the jump that would have made this never happen. You said you're gonna watch it happen and then wait with her for the police to come.
Maybe drive her to the hospital. Maybe.
I said if she need me, I'm saying that I could, you know what I'm saying? But
she's not even willing to go to the police with her. What if she was like, yo, you're the only witness. I need your help so they can identify the dude. You're not even willing to do that.
First of all, that is not the scenario.
But I'm saying just in general, you're already saying that you're not even going to go to the cops.
You saying that.
I am not Batman, okay? I'm not a vigilante.
I'm not expected to say something. Batman does more than say something. To say something.
Nobody said you was Superman.
Okay, so you said something. Hey, stop. You hit her. Okay, what have you done? Nothing.
At least you tried. That's what I'm saying. At least you tried something.
Change nothing. Now you're going to go home feeling good about yourself because you said something? Hey, man, I tried to stop that guy. It didn't work, but I was there. Oh, and it's the same result.
You would feel better than watching her get her head busted open and then sitting there holding the thing on her head to trying to stop the bleeding while the police come. You would feel a whole lot better. I believe, like, when you go home and tell your wife, like, yo, this dude picked up a brick. She say, what you do? Like, yo, I tried to stop my man, but he still hit her with the brick, so I stayed until the ambulance come. Or you going to say, I ain't do shit. I watched the bitch get hit with the brick, and I got in my car and I left. The police came and ambulance came. She was bleeding on the side, but like, I mean, which side are you on? Like,
I'm perfectly fine saying I didn't put myself in harm's way. It has nothing to do with me. Like, I'm not.
It has nothing to do with you. Doesn't mean you can't help out.
Right. That don't mean
so helping. Taking someone to the ambulance ain't helping.
It's aftercare, though. It's aftercare. I mean,
it happened regardless. Unless you step in front of this brick, she is getting hit.
You don't know that. You just saying something like, "Hey, I called the cops. Don't throw that brick. They're about to come right now." That could convince somebody.
So then you get hit with the brick. Oh, you want to call the cops? Okay, bet. I'm gonna give these niggas something to call the cops for.
No, nobody said anything like that. We're just saying, just say something.
If a nigga is picking up a brick, this nigga is not right in the mind. You're acting like this guy with the brick is thinking logically. He's not. He's thinking emotionally.
First of all, he's doing it against the female. So that let me know he a weak ass nigga from the jump. No matter if he crazy or not, he a weak ass nigga because he picking on a female. Number one, he ain't fighting nobody in the club. He want to fight bitches that say you can't have my number. You a weak ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Number one, I ain't worried about none of that other shit. He picking on a female like a weak ass. The niggas that pick on females like that, they weak as fuck. If another nigga try to stand up to them, they don't want to say shit. But for niggas to just sit there and just watch the shit, that's just wild to me, bro. That's just wild.
Because people have died trying to defend domestic disputes all the time.
But what you're describing, the examples that you're describing are people that jumped in the way of something, not people that just said, "Hey, what's going on? Hey, you ain't got to
talk about intervening, period."
No, bro, like, no.
You saying, "Hey, man, don't do that." Nigga, what you gonna do about it? Like, you acting like you saying that is about to just stop crime. Like niggas can just go around saying, "Hey, don't do that."
It's better than not saying anything. You're not saying it's automatically going to work.
That is not fucking real life.
Nigga, nobody ever said that.
No one's saying that.
Nobody ever said that he would stop doing what he was doing. We just said, would you try to diffuse the situation by saying something, or would you sit in the corner like a scared ass nigga talking about he might try to come after me next? Like, what the fuck? Like, what is you gonna do? They picking on the female.
I have no quarrel. I have nothing in this fight. You're not my lady. I'm not. I don't even know what you said. Like, this is none of my business. This is not my fight.
See, that's the problem with the world. Like, that's the problem with the world. Your neighbor sit on your porch and watch your shit get robbed and then come tell you afterwards, like, "Hey, I saw the people that came by. Did you call the police, motherfucker? Or did you watch them steal all my shit out and then wait till I got home and then be like, yeah, they robbed you?" Like, it's
called the police.
Two people in this world. You know what I'm saying? People there's good Samaritans, people that's going to actually try to help you and try to do something. Those people that's just going to sit there and then let the shit happen. Now, if your neighbor sat on their porch, and watch your house get robbed, and then when you came over and be like, "Did you see anything?" and they said, "Yeah, I saw everything, but it ain't my business. You need to find out on your own." You'll be like, "Hey, that's fucked up." You know what I'm saying?
I'm pretty sure you're gonna know your neighbors. This is,
I do not know my neighbors. I don't know my neighbors at all. But if somebody robbed their crib and I saw somebody robbing their crib, I'm gonna call the police right then and there and be like, "Yo, I think that's what's wrong with the world."
You talking about something what's wrong with the world? You didn't even know your neighbors, nigga. Like, nigga, you are with what's wrong with the world?
I don't have to know my neighbors, nigga. You don't have to know your neighbors. I don't have to know my neighbors. I don't have to know my neighbors. I don't have to know my neighbors to look out for them and look out for their house. I don't have to know them to do that. You don't have to know that young lady. I didn't say that. You don't have to know that young lady that got hit with the brick for you to just be like, "Hey, what's going on? What's going on?" I called the police, yo. I called the police. I need to kill.
You're speaking as if that.
I don't understand how that makes you feel better because you said, "Hey," and the nigga still got hit with the brick. Now,
we don't know. Your words could have an effect.
Listen. So it's like, are you going to do something about her being hit with the brick, or are you just going to say, "I tried" by saying, "Hey, man, don't do that"?
What if, but not like Drake said. What if what you said? What if you just be like, "Yo, chill, bro. The police already on their way," and he dropped the brick. You could, you know what I'm saying? You never know what the fuck could happen. But if you don't say nothing, then you know what's gonna happen. But you never know what's gonna happen if you do say something. That's the whole point.
It's a better possibility if you say something. That's all we're saying. It's a better possibility. There's still a chance that he goes upside her head with the brick. Like that's very likely still happen.
All right, okay. So all right, let me ask this, right?
No, we don't want your fake ass.
Oh, no, listen. You say, hey, man, don't do that. Don't hit her with that brick. He hits her with the brick. Okay, then what do you do?
The same thing you did when you were standing by.
So you're just going to stand there?
So not like Drake said. If it's inevitable, you can't stop it. But you know, it could lead to a better outcome if you at least try and say something than sitting there watching this nigga get hit with nigga hit her with the brick.
Okay, not like Drake. Same question for you.
Right. If I see her, I see the same exact thing happens where the dude gets in the vehicle, takes off, all that.
No, you said don't hit her with that brick. She gets hit with that brick.
Right.
Now what do you do?
At that point, like I said, the same thing. It's that you have to provide aftercare after that.
No, what do you do with the guy?
What, does he take off or something like that, or what? Is he just standing there?
He's standing there. He drops the brick and he's just walking.
But this analogy, I don't understand this question that you're asking, because all we're saying is to say something. We're not saying he say something, he hit her with the brick. Now we got to jump on his ass. Like, why are you
I'm just saying to say something in the beginning.
Okay, so basically what you're saying is that you're going to be a vocal bystander.
That's not a thing. The vocal bystander isn't a thing. Because you're still trying to intervene just vocally. I'm not, like I said, no one's saying you got to actually physically intervene or jump the dude. We're just saying in the beginning, if you see something happening, at least say something. You see something, say something. That's it.
So you're a vocal with a bystander, and
if you were scared, nigga, like go. Then if you would have said just, "Hey, bro, is that necessary?" And he would have said, "Shut the fuck up before I hit you with the brick." Then just shut the fuck up. But you said your piece.
So, yo, that is crazy. I'm going to shut the fuck up if he tells me to shut the fuck up. Like, what is the point of saying anything, bro?
Like I said, if you big goat and you want to say he came at you with the brick, like, what the fuck you gonna do? And you like, well, I don't have no dog in this fight, so I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Well, at least you said something, bro. At least you tried to say something. Ain't nobody else say nothing. At least you tried to stop it.
That's worse because you pump fake. You either got to be all the way in or you got to be all the way up.
Like, how is it worse?
That's not the case,
where you can be in it. Because now you done put yourself into a situation where you can be in it.
Bro, you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I do know. This nigga got the crazy look in his eyes. It's 3 a.m. and he ain't had no pussy. She just said, use a dirty, dusty nigga and you're not about to get my fucking number. So this nigga's definitely all the way 100% in with hitting this bitch with this brick.
Okay.
You making up a scenario that's
right. He know the nigga personally. Now he know the nigga personally.
Yeah, you making up a whole entire another scenario that's not.
So what the fuck happened?
You making up some whole. You didn't turn the nigga to somebody different than what she was describing. Nigga ain't had no pussy in 3 months. That nigga, he on demon time. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck you talking about?
This was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah, I ain't had nothing in 3 months. Everybody in the club been turning me down. You about to get it now.
And then everybody out here looking at me getting motherfucking shitted on. Temporary insanity, yo.
Like I said, I would have said something if it was me. I would have said something like, "Yo,
hey, you would have been behind another nigga trying to be a ventriloquist. Hey man, don't do that."
At least I said something.
Who said that? Him right there?
At least I said something. They would have pointed at you and you would have been like, "Nope, not me. I ain't got no dog in this fight. I don't care what happened."
I don't care what happened to this bitch. Hit her with the brick. I'm going on by my business. Go ahead, hit her with the brick. I ain't see nothing. You egging it on by not saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh man. Oh shit. That's crazy, bro.
y'all niggas ain't see nothing, right? Nothing. I ain't see nothing. My name Big Goat. I ain't in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. I'm about to say my name Bennett. I ain't in it. I got people to make it home to. Shit.
you I
Nigga,
know
yeah,
that. Anything.
nigga clearly don't care about his life. If you about to just do a tip murder on a bitch, like, you clearly don't care about your life. Everybody's out here with this. Like, what are we talking about here?
You got to say something, man. You got to say something. I ain't saying you got to do nothing, but you got to at least say something.
So if you say something, right? Because she didn't say, hey, say something. She said, y'all going to stand here and let him hit me with this brick.
Yeah, she was asking him a question.
So what she's saying is, stop this nigga from about to be hitting me with this brick.
No, what she's saying is, this nigga pricked up a brick like he about to hit me. Y'all ain't gonna say nothing. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing.
No, y'all ain't gonna do nothing. It's not about saying at this point. It's about doing.
Saying something is doing something.
It is. It is.
No, it ain't.
It is.
This nigga has the look in his eye. What are we talking about?
Man, when did you meet this nigga?
That's what I'm saying. You're making it seem like her fate was already sealed, regardless.
It was.
You don't know that. You don't know what would have happened in that situation if everybody would have spoke up or something like that.
When did you meet the nigga? That's what I want to know.
Nigga just would have dropped the brick and ran away like Disney movies, huh?
He might have. You never know.
Yeah, it could actually happen like that. Yes.
Oh, nigga, you not dealing with a logical, sane person. You dealing with he ain't balanced right. That's what you're dealing with. Like, y'all acting like this is a good person. Obviously, this person is not a good person.
Right, but there's strength in numbers. If more and more people say something about, yo, don't put down that brick or something like that, possibility of him putting down the brick goes up.
If I'm this crazy nigga, I'm going to say, what are you going to do?
But that's you if you're the crazy person. You're not him. You don't know what would happen.
Period. And that's why nobody said nothing, because they knew that's exactly what
you're not in this crazy person's shoes.
Right.
You don't know what he would have done.
It's called knowing, you know what I'm saying?
No, it's not called knowing. It's called making up other shit. That's what you're doing. You're making up new shit. You're making up new details in the story.
All right. Okay. So then we'll just go with the hypothetical. Okay. You said what you said, right? He says, what are you going to do? What is next? You going to just sit there and watch?
Bro, what we saying is you already tried to stop it.
I want the question to be answered.
You keep asking questions about that has nothing to do with our answer.
Oh my God,
you gotta say something to try to at least stop it from the jump. All we saying is
you're trying to gauge at what point will we physically intervene? Is that what you're trying to gauge? Like, at what point are we going to physically get involved?
Right, like, so he is already.
But that's not. We're not saying anyone has to get physically involved. We're not. No one has ever said that.
I said this is hypothetical.
Right.
So I said, okay, he already has it in his mind. He's going to hit her with this brick. Okay. You say, don't do that. He says, what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
I'm going to say, I ain't going to do shit, but the police, I already called the police and they on their way. They should be here quick.
Okay. That's what I'm going to say. Boy, you about to die.
That's what I'm going to say.
You call the police,
That's
bitch? Nigga? Okay, nigga.
I call the
shoot.
police.
We're already making assumptions about the situation that we have no idea on.
Right.
Okay, so what do you do when he says that to you? Not like Drake. What are you going to do?
I don't know. I'll probably say around the same thing. Like, I already called the cops. Like I said, I'm not saying anyone has to get physically involved or anything like that.
Oh man, that's crazy. You know what? Just to touch back on that point where I said most of these dudes that be doing that against women, they really pussies. So
Right.
I got a cousin. We went to we had a little cookout for her, and nobody knew that her boyfriend be hitting on her and shit like that, right? So she got too drunk at the cookout and she was doing all this extra shit. And her boyfriend, like, you know, hey, let me talk to you in the back, like type shit. Like he went talked to her, they came back, her whole mood changed, you know what I'm saying? But he hyped now, you know what I'm saying? He all hyping shit now. So we wondering like, what the fuck is going on? So she drunk, she ends up telling one of my cousins, you know, like he be, you know, hitting on me and shit like that. And then what happens is, so my big cousin, he went and asked my boy, like, yo, why my little cousin told me that you be hitting on her? What he do? Turn straight bitch. I ain't never touched her before in my life, bro. I ain't never do this. I ain't never do. He got his ass whooped at the cookout because we ain't believe what the fuck he was saying.
But you got your whole family there. You know this person.
It don't
Like,
matter. Most of these niggas is straight bitch. We don't know this nigga. We didn't know this nigga. We didn't know this nigga that she was dating. We just
I said,
found out.
you know your cousin that's getting beat on.
We
So
didn't
you
know
have
she was
more
getting
of an
beat on until she just told us.
invested, you know this person, so you're going to want to, you know what I'm saying, do right by them.
The meaning of my story was these niggas is bitch, not we're gonna protect our family because we know them. I didn't bring that up because I'm saying somebody had to know the girl in order to protect her outside the club. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that most of these niggas that act like this towards females, they pussy.
The minute they're confronted, they
confront it.
fold up.
Because none of these niggas said anything.
Because that's not always true.
Bro, because none of these niggas said anything, he felt emboldened to keep on acting out and to hit shorty with the brick. Why can't that be true? Just like you're saying that, what's true is he had this look in his eyes and he was gonna be like, fuck you, nigga, if you said anything, I'll hit you with the brick. If that's true, why can't it be true that he is straight bitch and he only
you have to listen to the scenario, okay, right? So like they are outside, right? They're surrounded by, I guess, guys, right? So obviously if nobody wants to say anything, maybe this guy, you know, looks dangerous, let's just say.
No, come on, bro.
He has on black Air Force.
You're bringing things in that don't.
Why would like that, bro? Like,
because it's logical to think this.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Crazy. He has black Air Forces on.
Come on, no, it's not logical to think like this. It's not logical to think like this.
Yes, it is, but like,
no, it's not.
So you mean to tell me if it was a little Mighty Mouse looking ass nigga, maybe somebody would have said something, but maybe if a nigga looks, threatening, maybe they was like, okay, well, I ain't gonna say shit because blah blah blah. Nigga got a black Air Force and a shiesty man.
How many times this shit happen and none of these young niggas say anything? I seen the thing where this young boy, his best friend got killed. He know who did it, but he not even telling nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, they not gonna fucking say nothing because they acting like you. I don't want to get involved. So whether he was a big ass nigga or a little ass nigga, they acting like you. I don't want to get involved. It's not none of my business. I don't know her. It ain't got nothing to do with me. That's how the fuck they acting. But now you're trying to pretend like this nigga came out here looking like Andre the Giant and all of them niggas, however many of them niggas was all shook. I don't believe that. I don't believe everybody outside was shook at this nigga. You know, I don't believe that. I definitely don't believe that because you're going to have some drunk motherfucker in there think he could beat everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. I don't believe that shit. I don't believe that. That's real convenient for your argument that this nigga is like that. He
making it seem like it's a Billy.
At the end of the day, y'all not doing nothing. At the end of the day, y'all not doing nothing.
He could be a Mighty Mouse nigga and nobody does anything.
It's completely a mute argument because at the end of the day, you're saying all you're going to do is just say something.
But that's something. That's what you're not understanding. That's something.
That is nothing, bro.
That can be enough.
It's not. It's not nothing. Bro. Doing nothing is doing nothing. Saying something at least is something.
Exactly. And that can be enough.
Bro, nobody is dropping the brick because you asked them what they doing with
How
the
do
brick.
you know? How do you know?
Talking about, bro.
How do you know? How do you know?
Because I know people. I know people.
Man, like we don't know. Me and not like Drake don't know people. You the only person.
So there's never been a situation that's ever been diffused by just words. Never. There's never been a violent situation that has been diffused with words. That's what you're saying.
Only on Family Matters, nigga. This is real life.
In real life. In real life, 100% of the time, when there's a violent situation, it has always ended violent. There's never been one time in the history of ever where there's been words that have been able to diffuse a situation.
Of course, there's outliers.
So now, what are we talking about?
How is it an outlier now? Like it's like it rarely happens
because this guy has not had any. He's been denied by everybody in the club. He has on black Air Forces, a shiesty mask, and he already has it in his mind that he's going to hit this woman with this brick. It's already foregone.
Number one, you can't get in the club with tennis shoes. Number two, you can't get in the club with the shiesty mask.
You just have to pay for it.
No, they're not letting you in the club with no shiesty mask. You don't pay for no damn.
Put that in your pocket.
Nah, they're not letting you in the club with. You just said he in the club with a shiesty mask. Is it in his pocket or is it on his face?
No, he's outside with the shiesty mask. They're outside now.
And now he's outside with the shiesty mask on, about to hit the joint.
They're outside.
So because he got the shiesty mask on, niggas like, ooh, you better not say that.
Forces. And black dingy jeans.
Your scenario is not realistic at all. No, it's not. No, it is not. It's not realistic at all.
Who knows? Who says he's in the club? Maybe he was just waiting for the let out. We don't know if he was in the club or not.
We don't know.
Okay, so
but how you're making this guy, how you're turning this guy out to be is probably not how it is. More than likely not how it happened. He's probably a regular ass looking nigga. It's probably not how it happened.
Mm.
You drew up the scariest nigga you think of.
You gotta think about this, right? So she says she gets hit with the brick and then he just goes and drives off.
He hops in a car and drive and rolls off.
Man, this is a savage individual.
Okay, man. That don't mean he ain't pussy. That don't mean he ain't pussy. That don't mean he ain't pussy.
Yeah, but there's a lot of pussies who's killed people. You don't have to be the hardest nigga to kill people.
You don't. But like I said, if you a pussy, if most of these niggas that do that on girls, they pussy ass niggas. Like I just said, like,
but niggas that be like, pussy niggas can still kill people.
They can, yeah, they can. They can still kill people, but what they got to do with just saying something? That ain't got shit to do with saying something. How do you know
more likely to kill you because they are pussy?
You don't know any of this.
Are more likely to kill you because they are pussy.
What?
Pussy niggas are more likely to kill you because they are pussy.
No, that's not true. Pussy niggas are scared ass niggas. That's what they are. They not tough ass niggas.
But ain't nothing worse than a nigga with a gun.
I can kind of hear him on that.
They only do shit to people that they know they can beat. If they don't know that they can beat you, then they not gonna fuck with you. That's what a pussy ass nigga is. Who beats up on females because he's scared to fight a real nigga. So he keep fighting females when he get angry because he's scared to fight a nigga.
It's not every dude that beats on women. There's plenty of dudes who beat men and women.
And there's plenty and this dude that you keep talking about who outside with a shiesty mask, a brick in his hand, threatening all the other niggas outside with black jeans and black forces. I'm like, be fucking realistic, man. This shit is not gonna happen like that. That is not realistic, man. Come on, man. That shit is not realistic.
Very realistic.
Shit is not realistic. If the shit that we're saying is not realistic, if words can't diffuse the situation and that's not realistic, then for you to be like this nigga outside on all this extra stuff, he bigger than everybody, he got on black forces, niggas is scared of him because that shit is not. Our shit is more realistic than what you talking about.
No, it ain't.
Yes, it is.
But it don't matter because at the end of the day, neither one of y'all said y'all are going to do anything. So
You said you would say something. Why do you keep ignoring saying something?
We did enough.
Doing something.
that is not anything.
That's
That
not,
is something. Like I said, every single violent situation has always ended in violence. By your logic, then that's what you're saying.
how many times you got into an argument? How many times you got into an argument and then got into a fight afterwards?
You're talking about conversation. This nigga's not there to have a conversation. You're saying, hey, man, drop that brick. No, I'm not dropping the brick. Well, I think you should drop the brick because X, Y, Z. No, that is not happening. Like, y'all are acting like y'all about to have full discourse with this person. Like, that is not happening, bro.
Nigga, that is happening. That is happening. That is happening. For a nigga like me, that is happening. I don't give a fuck. Nigga. That is happening. I got my.
See, where ring happens when, you know what I'm saying, you're lying. They acting like he motherfucking the negotiator, nigga. That is not happening, bro.
That could happen is what we're saying. That could happen to where you negotiate or you at least talk to him so he can put the brick down. It's making it seem like every single situation that started with violence has to end in violence.
Can I halfway hit this bitch with the brick? No,
and you say no. Halfway hit the brick. That's simple. Like, why are you making it seem like it's so hard to actually?
Y'all acting like y'all dealing with a same individual, bro. Nigga that's picking up a brick to hit a woman is not the same individual.
So, like I said, I think he might have lost.
Yeah, he'll call back.
Right. But yeah, like I said, you're making it seem like every single violent situation has to end in violence. There's no coming back.
Yeah, but there's some that are.
There's some that are. We don't know if this one is or not. That's what I'm saying. We don't. You're putting in a bunch of hypotheticals about the situation. Like I said, dude is 7 foot tall.
I'm putting
saying anything to him.
I'm putting logic into it. You have to listen to the story.
Right.
The story is she didn't say he was from the club. This nigga just could have been a random nigga who just robbed somebody. We don't know.
He could have been. Right. He could have been. But we don't know. That's what I'm saying. We don't know that.
Exactly. So you got this person who has a brick handy and you're going, bro, that is like attempt murder, bro. Or assault with a deadly weapon, bro. Like,
right. It could have been prevented if you said something.
That is serious jail time. Okay, so if you're going to throw away your life, possibly, for a woman saying no to asking for her number, this is not a sane individual you could just try to reason with, bro. Like, what are we doing?
That's real convenient for you to say that he knows he gonna throw away his life. Maybe he not thinking like that. Maybe he is just in the moment. He not out there with the brick like, I'm ready to give it all up for this bitch who told me no. I don't think he out there thinking like that. Like, oh, I'm ready to go to jail for life for killing this bitch with a brick. I don't think he thinking like that. I think this shit happened in a moment, and we see that all of the time by when these motherfuckers go to court and they sit there and when the judge read out their time, they sit there and they cry after they did something crazy like murder 20 people or do something that was, you know what I'm saying, in the moment, and then they sit there and cry and write a letter to the family like, I'm so sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he out there sitting there like, the next bitch that tell me no, I'm about to go to jail for life for. I don't think he like that. Maybe the shit, I don't think he thinking like that. Maybe the shit happened in the moment. But yeah,
I'm currently in this moment. You talking about someone? You talking about someone?
The way you're framing my boy, the way you're framing my boy out to be is like, I just robbed somebody. I came out here looking to kill somebody. So the first bitch to tell me no about to get hit with this.
I can say we don't know.
That's how you're framing my boy to be. And I don't think it happened like that.
But what I'm also saying is that this person is not thinking, saying you're talking about in the moment, and you did brought up someone shooting 20 people in the moment. You think if someone is going on a killing spree, you could just come and say, hey man, put the gun down. No, you're going to get shot. No, I already have it in my mind. I have this brick in my hand.
You're doing it again. You're making these hypotheticals that just only benefit you.
That wasn't my
we're talking about before the shooting. Like maybe if someone saw the person go into the building before, like just recently, there was a racially motivated shooter, right? He was, I think it was somewhere in Alabama or something like that. He wanted to go to a college first.
The Asian dude?
Right? Yeah, no. I think it was. He wanted to go to a college first, but people saw him getting out of the vehicle with the body armor on and the gun and everything like that, and they shouted, and then they started calling for security. He saw that he was about to be found out. Instead, he went to a Dollar Tree or something like that and killed 3 people, unfortunately. But those people who saw him and said something, they stopped. They prevented that shooting from happening at that college. That's all we're saying is the prevention part. We're not saying mid-brick hitting that we should say, hey, man, put the brick down or anything like that. We're talking about a prevention of something that could prevent it. Now, if those people didn't say anything towards that shooter, he could have went into that school and killed a lot more people.
Bro, that is not the same at all.
Just saying something could prevent. That's all he's saying. Just saying something from the jump.
Prevent it from the jump. That maybe that could change somebody's mind. That's it. That's all we're saying.
If the police is around the corner, then yeah, okay. But the police not around the corner, okay? So,
but he doesn't know that. He doesn't know the police are around the corner.
Right. And in the example that he brought up, that boy had murder on his mind from the jump. You know what I'm saying? And just by somebody saying something like security, he got his ass in the car and went somewhere else. So if my boy in front of the club didn't have murder on his mind, it was just something that just in a moment, like, oh, she told me no, he got real furious and just a moment shit. Somebody been like, hey, bro, put that shit down before we call the police.
No, I already hit him.
And he got his car and went about on his way. A whole nigga that came there with body armor and ammunition ready to shoot up a college, somebody just says something and deter him from shooting up a whole college. But you don't think that could happen by one man outside the club who probably ain't already got murder on his mind?
No. I'm already hitting this bitch with this brick. And then I'm just walking off. This is not a sane individual, bro.
All right, well, what I would hate for that for you to be near something that happened to you, because somebody ever get the footage and you the only nigga standing there while this bitch is getting hit with a brick, and you the only nigga standing there and you online, oh, you gonna catch hell, and your family gonna catch it. Everybody gonna catch it. Everybody you close to gonna catch it. You gonna have to delete all your social media. You ain't gonna be able to put on Twitter like, hey, it wasn't my business. You ain't gonna be able to do that shit.
I bet you I do.
I bet you won't. I bet you delete every account that you will have. You have millions of people on your head. Females gonna be on your head, boy. You ain't gonna be like, I didn't know her, so I didn't want to do anything. You're gonna be coming up with different examples, just like you're doing right now. Well, what if the guy didn't want it? That's how you're gonna be typing on your Twitter. Y'all don't know what if the guy did this and what if the bro, it's about saying something from the jump. Nobody's asking you to come in and swoop and beat the guy up. We just asking you to be like, hey, bro, chill out. That's all we saying. That could diffuse something. And and just words diffuse majority of situations. Like as far as like altercations or arguments, just words diffuse majority of them.
It can also escalate too, though.
It can, but just words diffuse a whole lot of that before it escalates.
I mean, it could go either way. It's not like.
But that's what we're saying. It could go either way. It could. If you don't say anything, it's always going to go toward the other way. If you say something, it could go the other way.
Yeah, but it could go that way, and then it could escalate, and then
That,
put
that is a possibility. Yes, that is a possibility. But there's also a chance that he puts down the brick.
We got to talk about the escalation side too. Y'all just like it's over. No, because it's like if I say this and then it turns into okay, well, what the fuck you gonna do? Or I come to you with the shit. Now you put in a position that had nothing to do with you, and it can. You get locked up.
If that happens to you,
it could go.
If that happens to you, why don't you use the advice that you was gonna tell her and get the fuck up out of there? You said your piece. He brung it to you. I ain't even with this, bro. I'm gonna get the fuck up out of there, just like that. But you said your piece. You tried to diffuse the situation. Nobody is saying that the words are 100% going to diffuse the situation. Nobody is saying that, but we're saying that it's a possibility that she could have never got hit with a brick if somebody would have just said something. But you're acting like that's not possible because my boy was on a mission and he came and talked to you before he went out there with the brick. And he said, yo, I'm going out here with this ski mask, these black Air Force Ones, and I'm going to hit the first bitch to tell me no with the brick. You acting like that was his plan all along when we don't know that. We don't know if somebody would have said something that he would have been like, yo, let's get the fuck up out of there. These niggas then call the police and drop the brick. You don't fucking know that, but you're taking it all the way to the extreme to be like, he gonna beat the bitch in the head with it anyway. We know what's gonna happen. She about to get beat the fuck up we know what's gonna happen. Like, we don't know what's gonna happen.
Bro, yes you do.
No, we don't.
Like, that's what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look in this man's eyes and I'm going to see either he's about hitting her with this brick or he's not about hitting with his brick.
Well, we can say the same thing for the active shooter when he hopped out with the fucking body armor on. Is he really about to come out here and shoot all of these people, or is he not? He came out with fucking body armor on, bro. He's definitely about to, and with ammunition, he's definitely about to do it. But what did the words do? It deter him from doing what the fuck he
it wasn't the words, nigga. It was the security. Stop it.
But they had to call it. They said something, and they had to call the security. You're not even talking about calling the cops. You're not even saying you're not going to call the cops because you don't want to be involved in it. That's what you're literally saying. You're not going to do anything to help her prevent it. At least they said something and they called security. Like, oh shit, let me call security. You're not even saying you would call the cops for her. You're saying I'm not going to get involved in this at all. That's what the crazy part is. Like, even if the cops come, you're not even willing to say, like, yeah, I was a witness. I saw a dude do this and that.
I'm in business, bro. I'm going home, man.
That's crazy.
That's what's fucked up about the world these days. These niggas said I'm going home.
You just saw a woman get smashed in the face with a brick, and you just walked the fuck off.
You can't give yourself 20 or 30 minutes to talk to the cop.
Whoa. Because I asked y'all, once she get hit with the brick, what would y'all do? And y'all said nothing. So don't even then turn around.
We said call the cops. We both said call the cops.
We both said
not doing anything.
How is that not doing anything?
Come on, like that is
calling the cops not doing anything.
That's a cop out. Come on.
How is that a cop out?
Call the cops. Everybody's calling the cops.
That is not no cop out.
The club, the manager, promoter, somebody's calling the cops. So it's like you ain't the person that's going. Like, come on, man.
Why can't he?
You're making it seem like
either you're going to either you're going to do something or you're not.
It's only physical intervention or nothing. That's what you're making it seem like. You can only physically intervene or you can't do anything at all. There's no in between for anything else. It's just physically intervene or don't do anything. That's what you're making it seem like.
We got a question from D Nice 1767. He said, "Would you want someone to leave your loved one?" Well, that was already a question, but I'll answer that again. So it's of course you're going to say no, but it's like I'm not going to fault anyone for doing that. I'm not going to say, yo, why did y'all, like, because it's going to come to me now, and I'm going to assess everything. So it's like I'm going to do the best that I can to bring that person to justice. Where there's
you're lying now, because if you wanted to bring that person to justice, if you wanted to bring that person to justice, then you would talk to the officers afterward.
No, you're not hearing me. We talking about if this is my loved one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
well, let me
I would bring that person to justice, but I would never expect or fault anybody for not stepping in. Like I would never, because it's like you don't know me. You're not obligated. Like you don't know what type of person I am. You don't know what was said. Like you don't know any of that. So to just jump in front of that blindly, I'm not doing that. I don't know.
No, that's what you keep saying. Jump in front of. We're saying say something. That's not jumping in front of anything. Say something.
How is it not? It's a possibility, right? It's a possibility it's not. It's a possibility it is, right? That's what we came down to, right? It can go either way.
Saying that
you go either way, and I'd rather just not deal with it completely than to have that be the worst possibility happen. Because if the worst possibility happens, because hold on. So you got the best possibility is he puts the brick down and he goes away. The worst possibility is I die. If I weigh that on a scale, come on. I'm sorry, you're just gonna have to get hit with this brick. It ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm out of here.
So you said that the person that watched it, you're not gonna blame them. So let me ask you this. Your daughter is at daycare, right? And it's just her and you're late for picking your daughter up, right? And it's her and her male daycare worker or whatever, right? And somebody, while they're waiting outside for you, somebody comes and let's say they snatch your daughter and he lets them do it. Would you be mad at him for letting them snatch your daughter and not doing anything? Or would you just be like, bro, I wouldn't want you to get hurt either. So,
bro, but like I told, being not like Drake talked about this earlier, I said kids are an exception. So
okay, your wife gets walked out by, let's say she stays late for work. She don't know the security guard, but she asks the security guard, hey, can you walk me to my car because I don't feel safe? He walks her to her car. Some car pulls up and snatches her and he runs away. When you call the job, he answers the phone and say, hey, I saw everything. I saw them take her. How do you feel towards that man?
Okay, so first of all, welcome, D Nice.
You're not mad at that man. You're not like, you didn't try to do anything. You just
hold on, Dux. Hold on. I had to welcome the new guest.
Yeah, I was listening to you guys. You guys, sometimes you got to think about this. What about the adrenaline? Just because you say something doesn't mean you're a snitch. You don't know if you're going to save that person's life or whomever it is. I'm the biggest advocate. No, you can't jump into the middle of everything. You just really literally can't. But certain situations, you don't never know when you have to put yourself in harm's way to save that person, because I'm the biggest advocate. Let's think about, that's why I asked the question. Think about your mama. Think about your children. Think about your grandmother. Think about your auntie. Think about someone that you love. Wouldn't you want somebody that if they saw something that could have been prevented out on the streets to help save someone's life? No, we can't jump into everything because we don't never know what the situation may occur. But just because you say something, does it make you a snitch? No, it don't make you a snitch. The way the world works today, people think that that's it because too many people are intimidated. Too many people are intimidated. But let's go a step further about that. How about Big Brother's looking at you? You know what Big Brother is cameras. Cameras see a whole lot of things.
Yeah. But you're going to make me walk away because I have nothing to do with that.
Yeah, but you walk away.
My mother
is conscious. What if you turn the news on? You standing right there. Think about this before you answer it. You standing right there. You watch come on, let's be honest and let's be real. The way people are getting killed today, You standing right there. You see a little 12-year-old kid get shot. Now you standing right there.
Kids are an exception.
No, okay. So you see an exception. Let's go in the adult. Let's go
Yeah.
in the adult. Let's go in the adult. So you see an adult get shot. You go home and you turn the news on, and that camera saw you right there on the scene of the crime. Because let's be honest, Big Brothers is all over the city. I'm from Philly. Big Brothers is all over the place. And that camera see you right there in the crime and that person died. How does your conscience play with you? Do you say to yourself, man, I could have did something. I could have said something. No, I'm not trying to tell you be.
Nah,
man.
What I would say is it's caught on camera. So what do I mean?
What about your conscience that you know that you could have screamed, you could have jumped in the middle of it, you could have did this
jumping in the middle of somebody getting shot.
Well, say that again?
I'm not jumping in the middle of anybody being shot. Like,
what if somebody take a bullet for you?
I don't know.
What if you in the middle of an altercation? What if you in the middle of an altercation and somebody take a bullet for you? Your mother and father, I pray that your mother and father's living. I don't know if they are. They would come and thank that person.
Yeah, but if they die taking a bullet for me, guess what their family is going to be like? What the fuck? Okay. Why are you jumping in front of a bullet for this person that you don't know?
I get that, but then nobody's trying to be a superhero. See, I think that's the point that you're missing. No one is trying to be a superhero. When you talking about adrenaline, situations, and I'm not trying to be funny, you can't exclude kids because kids are just as prone as an adult. You got to be honest with that. Kids are just as prone as adult. I don't know what town you live in, but here in Philly, more kids is getting shot.
Mm-hmm.
More kids is getting shot, so you can't exclude kids. Bullets don't have a name on.
I mean, I don't understand what you're saying though. By
but what I'm trying to say is, you said everything excludes except a kid. Well, a kid. You said. Let me correct it. You said. I think you said exclude kids. Kids don't count. Well, they do count.
So, no, what I'm saying is like if there is a kid in need, then you have to do something because it's the
what is the difference
of the kid?
You're a human being. Right. You're a human being. It doesn't matter whether it's the kid or an adult. That's a human being.
I don't know you. You're old enough.
You don't know the kid. You don't know the kid neither.
I'm still a kid.
So you walking down the street. Let me answer this question.
Let's say a teenager. Let's say a teenager.
Okay, so I'm walking down the street. Let me answer this question. I'm walking down the street. I see a kid get shot. I don't know it's your kid. Or a bullet shooting at the kid. I don't know it's your kid. I literally don't know it's your kid. Are you going to run or are you going to try to save that kid? Sometimes we have to put our lives on the line. I'm 56 years old.
That's myself on the line with kids. But for an adult, I'm not doing that.
Wow. I'm just not trying to be funny. I hope my grandmother, 99 years old, great turn 100 years old, walking down the street and something break out and someone
She had 99 years. I'm supposed to jump for a bullet for that?
Okay, let's talk about an 80-year-old. My mother's 81 years old. My mother's 81 years old, still up and out and walking. It doesn't, for me, I'm not arguing with you, but for me, it doesn't have an age. You're not trying to be superhero. You're not trying to be superhero.
In front of a bullet, I think you are.
No, but what if you caught in the crossfire? What if you caught in the crossfire?
I'm not going to, I wouldn't expect nobody to do that for me.
Well, listen, bro, I pray that if I saw you walking down the street and I had never laid my eyes on you and it was a crossfire and I'm licensed to carry and I know I had a chance to save you, I'm going to save you. I'll worry about the consequences later. That's just me. That's just me, the OG, 56 years old. I'm going to save you. I'm going to try to save your life.
More power to you.
That's what I'm going to do because I never know if it's going to be someone in my family. It's just what we talk about life. We talk about gamble of life. Gamble. Life is a gamble. Every day you walk out in the street, you are living in a gamble life. You don't know whether you're going to come back home. You don't know whether you're going to see your loved ones again. It's called life. That's real rap. And the way these games are played.
To live my life.
Right. We all to choose to live our life. Look what happened to one of the GOAT on E-Man. I don't know if you followed him. I follow E-Man. And I had a conversation with him that morning on his show. I had a conversation with him on that show. Me and him chop it up all the time because I work out every morning and me and him chop it up. That afternoon, we were chopping it up. That evening, I get a phone call. Yo, D Nice, you need to come on Ant. Because everybody knew I was the last time I talked to him. So that's life. He didn't know he was going to die. He did not know he was going to die. What I'm just trying to say is we ain't put on this earth to live for a long time. No, we ain't put on this earth to be heroes. We ain't put on this earth to live a long time. But in reality, I get what you're saying. But this is life every day.
Right. And I want to continue to live life, and I'm not
Do you know what your number is?
Harm's way for somebody I don't know.
But I'm saying you can walk down the street and get hit by a car. You can walk down the street and get hit by a car.
Okay, then
Seriously.
it's my time. It's my time then.
Exactly.
What about my example about your wife getting yabbed up in front of the security guard that she don't know?
Right. So with that scenario, you're a security guard. That's your job. You're supposed to protect and shit. So
man, let's just say it was a coworker. Let's just say, okay, since you want to do that, it's your job to protect. Let's just say it was a coworker. Let's just say a coworker walked her out, and the coworker stood right there as they beat her, kidnapped her, tossed her in the back of the van, and then after she left in the van, they took her away in the van. He called you and was like, Kevin, your wife just got taken. I was right here. I saw the whole thing. You wouldn't feel no type of way against that man?
Of course I'm gonna feel some type of way, but I'm not also gonna be like,
why you saying you wouldn't feel no type of way?
That's just the rage in the moment. But if like me thinking about it, it's like, okay, like, damn, like, I'm really not going to expect you to be Superman. I'm not going to expect you.
Okay, so I'm going to take it a step further. Why
wouldn't you expect him to do something?
That is not real.
He said he did. Let's say he said, I didn't call the police. I didn't do anything. I just called you.
Okay, so I'm gonna call the police. Like, what are we talking
But
about?
you're not gonna feel any type of way about him not alerting the authorities.
Not doing nothing.
I am. Of course I am.
Then what are you talking about then, bro? What are you saying? Like, I'm not gonna care what happens. I'm not gonna feel no type of way.
That doesn't mean that I can be mad at you, but it doesn't mean that I have to expect you to do that.
Yes, you can expect him at least to call the cops if he's
Right.
seen that.
Okay, what are you talking about?
Okay, but if he don't, okay, I can call the damn cops. I can ask him for the information.
What if he did? What if he didn't call you? What if you just got
you call for the information?
What if after I smash your argument?
You ain't smashed nobody argument because you keep trying to argue a different point. You trying to argue being Superman. You trying to argue being Superman, and we're not arguing with you about trying to be Superman. All we're saying is if you see something, the least you can do is say something because you never know how that situation is going to turn out. And by you saying something, it can go the complete opposite way. But you're arguing that you have to jump in the car with your wife who just got kidnapped and try to fight the guys. We're not saying all of that stuff. All we saying is by saying something or calling the police, you're doing something. And you're acting like it's not nothing. Fine. But then you're acting like it's not nothing. But then they say, but
that is what we're talking about.
Say, well, I'll call the police. What is your argument? You keep switching the argument.
No, y'all keep changing
you're changing the scenario. I read the scenario. You're changing the scenario to somebody that, he came outside the club and he absolutely.
What I did was you calculate all the possibilities and then you move how you want to move off of that. If I can, if I'm going to, like I said, I went the best possibility that happens, and I did the worst possibility that happens. And what I'm going to choose.
By the time you did all of that, the joint that already happened. You sitting there thinking in your head, is this a good time to do this? Well, what will happen if I do this? Well, what will happen if I do that? Well, what will happen if I do that? It already happened. So if you thought about trying to be a good Samaritan and at least saying something, it's too damn late.
Right. It don't. What is this supposed to take 10 minutes? No. You say, damn, this man about to hit her with this brick. Okay, damn. So I can either do this, it can go this way, blah blah blah. That's it. Like you acting like you about to sit there
already. She got hit with the brick already. You ain't got time to do that. Some of the stuff, like I said, is spur of the moment. You got to make that decision, bro. So what is you going to do?
Y'all already said if you hit with the brick,
you see my man's with the brick, about to with the brick, threatening to hit her, and then what is your decision? You're going to be like, no, I'm going to go to hell home because I'm scared that he going to try to come after me with the brick. Or you're going to be at least try to be like, bro, that ain't necessary. But you're saying by just saying that's not necessary, that he absolutely is going to come after you and you're going to die.
It's a possibility, bro.
Yeah, but you know what? That's you're absolutely right about that. You know, and I'm just keeping it real. You know. Let's be honest. This is why I'm not. Trust me, I'm not stereotyping. This is why so many. I just feel like for me, while our young kids are running out of control, I just feel like they're running out of control because it's just. I feel like. You know what? If you saw a fight out on the school ground and you got a chance to prevent that fight, are you going to be intimidated by that young man? Or you going to be like, yo, man, this is not the way life is supposed to be. This is not where the society is supposed to be. Yes, I get it. We should all mind our business sometime. I get that. But if you see two young men out there getting ready to knuckle it up and you walking past, and you got a bunch of girls out there, and he's just being so disrespectful. Do you say anything? Because let me just be honest, because I ain't going to be afraid of the little young boy. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm going to slap you upside your head and keep it moving. Then tell you, go, okay, but you not being a superhero, you just help preventing something that can turn far left. Instead of you saying, you know what? But it doesn't matter. For me, the only reason why I'm so passionate about this, because my son is a cop, okay? My son is a cop. Okay, and that's why I'm so passionate about it. And he showed me so many things. As being on the force for 9 years. No, you can't be a superhero, Dad. And he tells you, he said, Dad, you're not a police officer. You can't be a superhero. I get it. He said, but what I'm saying to say is, do you know that the 911 ratio in Philadelphia is the slowest? So if that girl get hit by the brick, you got 100% chance of 911 being there. If my son told me this, you got 100% of 911 being there less than 5 minutes. It ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. My son told me that's facts.
Okay.
He said, Dad, you could call 911, not less, because they are overcrowded with crime. So a person that's getting hit with a brick, and if you had an opportunity to save that person, he said, Dad, it's crazy. There's a shortage of police officers all around the world, all around the city. But I get what you're saying, that you shouldn't put yourself in harm's way. But how do we protect our queens? How do we? You can't distinguish. And I'm not trying to be religion, but you can't distinguish a kid from an adult. At the end of the day, we're all God's children. No matter what.
How do I know? Well, this is what I'm gonna say. An adult, when you're an adult, you make adult decisions. Okay, so everything, like all your choices and stuff, that's on you. Okay, and then the second thing was, how do I know that she's a queen?
It doesn't matter. Every woman should be a queen. No. Let me answer that. From an OG standpoint, let me answer that. From every OG standpoint, every woman is the queen, whether they good or whether they not. It's called how you treat your queen. The way you treat your mother, everyone should be treating the queen. If you treat your mother bad, not saying you, but if you treat your mother bad, then something is obviously wrong. Because if you could treat your mother queen, every woman is a queen in your eyes. My mom is still living. I don't care if women, I'm married. I don't care how much my wife get on my damn nerves sometimes, and I get on her nerve. She's still my queen. Women out in the street, that's what I'm just saying, the women out in the street are queens. We have to get into the habit. This is me, OG style. We have to protect our queens. We have to protect our queen because, like I said, I may not know your wife or your girl, and she walked down the street. Well, you know what? You might come up and be like, yo, man, that boy D nice. Darnell, he saved my girl.
Right. And karma's a real thing too. And karma's a real thing too. So you never know. Like you just watch the shorty get hit in the head with the brick and dying right there on the sidewalk or bleeding out on the sidewalk, and you just going home. You know what I'm saying? Karma's a real thing. The same thing can happen to somebody in your family that you love. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but you just said that if she gets hit with the brick, you're not going to do anything except call the police.
I didn't say that. What I did say, Drake, why he keeps saying that we said we're not going to do anything by saying something to the guy, by saying, bro, this ain't necessary. Why you had to pick up a brick?
No. You
called the police.
Hit with the
that
brick.
is doing something. That is doing something. You keep saying doing something.
Keep making up scenarios that aren't what we're talking about.
You keep relating doing something to something physical, bro. We're not trying to say you always gotta be Superman and go beat the person up that's trying to do something. We're not saying that. What we're saying is just by saying something is doing something.
I said after she get hit with the brick.
But that's what we're saying. You're bringing in scenarios that we aren't talking about. You're like I said, you're making it one-way street. Whether you do, either you do nothing or you got to fight him. That's what you're trying to make it seem like. That's our only two options.
A brick, yes or no?
Say it again. We couldn't hear you because you keep talking while everybody else talking. Say it again.
She was hit with a brick, was she not?
Yes, she was hit with a brick because nobody said anything. Nobody said anything.
So listen. So after she's hit with this brick, all y'all said y'all was going to do was call the cops.
Not me.
Okay, so that's what they said.
Let me answer. I'm going to try to prevent it. I'm going to try to prevent it because that's the man that I am. And listen, that's a life that that's a gamble that I'm going to have to take. If I saw a man walking up trying to hit a girl with a brick, I'm going to try to save that girl's life. Either tell her to run or we both going to run. Now, if she get hit with a brick, I'm calling 911, and I'm going to stay right there on the scene and give every description that this person that's dead. That's just a life this is a gamble of life.
Right.
So so for me, if you ask me, I'm either way. I'm gonna try to prevent the girl from getting hit with the brick.
Right, but after she hit with the brick and he's still there,
right?
What are you going to do with the guy?
Why do you keep asking that? Why do you keep asking that?
Hold on, let him answer.
What I'm going to do to the guy? Hold on, let me answer though. What I'm going to do to the guy? I'm gonna put my manhood on first. Now he might whoop my ass. He might beat me the fuck up. He might be bigger than me. He might be stronger than me. But at the end of the day, I know I saved a young lady's life. So if you ask me, I'll put my life on the line for somebody. Not saying I'm not everybody, no superhero. No,
that's commendable.
I'm not being no superhero because I feel like this is, and I'm not trying to be funny. That's the era that I grew up in. I grew up in that mentality that men are to protect the women, whether they belong in your tribe or not. Now, some women, I'm not trying to be funny, they cause these troubles. I don't get in no domestic. That I don't get in the middle of. But in you talking about a person that is 12:51, this girl got 2 kids walking to try to get the bus. It's 12:51. The last bus leave at 1 o'clock. And this woman trying to make that bus, and this dude got a brick, and he trying to hit her with it. To rob her? Oh, trust me. Y'all go get on that bus. I just have to deal with this ass whooping. Because what's the first thing is going to happen? She going to call 911. She going to call 911.
The scenario that we was talking about was a young lady came out the club. A guy asked her for her number. She told the guy no. He picked up a brick. The young lady said it was a bunch of guys outside, and she asked the guys, he got a brick, y'all not gonna say or do nothing, y'all not gonna do nothing. And nobody did anything. The guy hit her with a brick and she ended up in the hospital.
Well, you know what? For me, I ain't trying to be funny. I got the scenario. I ain't trying to be funny. Let me tell you something. That's just me. That's a bunch of pussies. You mean to tell me all you motherfuckers standing over there and y'all couldn't take down one motherfucking man? That's just me.
Ask them what I said. Ask him what I said. I said he a pussy. I said he a pussy. Anybody that's doing that to a girl is a pussy. And they like, well, pussy still kill people. Pussy is, well, I get that. I understand that. But what we were saying for this scenario was that at least speaking up and trying to prevent, not necessarily jumping on my man, but at least speaking up, trying to prevent the situation is actually doing something. But what Gil is saying is that's not doing nothing. By trying to speak up is not doing anything.
I gave reasoning.
Okay, well,
it's bad reasoning though. It's bad.
No, it's not. I said you have this guy who's picked up this brick because this female told him, no, you can't have my number, right? So clearly I said this guy is not right in the head. This is not a sane individual we're dealing with. This is not someone who cares about their life. So if they don't care about their life, they don't care about her life.
Once again, you're acting like every single violent situation has always went to violence, no matter what.
What I'm doing is putting two and two together.
There have been situations where violent people have been talked down. Why are you acting like that's never happened before?
And why you're acting like this guy is just completely insane and he came out there looking for murder and not just somebody drunk, just acting in the moment, just acting in the moment. You acting like he came out there ready to kill somebody. And so since the girl didn't do that, like you're making up these scenarios that has nothing to do with the scenario that we started with.
But it does, because that's like, I don't understand how you say that.
If you're talking about a nightclub, he came out there drunk. So you talk about a nightclub. Now it's starting to make sense to me.
Right.
You talking about a nightclub, you just ain't gonna walk up to her and ask her for a phone number. He been plotting on that girl in the nightclub all night long.
Probably. But if you're drunk, your judgment is thrown off. So
but that don't mean you ain't no pussy. Right. It don't mean you're not no pussy though.
That's fine. Like I said, pussies have killed people.
Yeah. Yes, they have, but it don't mean. But a lot of pussies have stopped when a real man said, "Hey, man, what the fuck is you doing?" They stopped and was like, "Chill, bro. Ain't got nothing to do with you. Chill, bro." A lot of pussies that happens to. So,
and I already said there's the best possibility. Let me give you a scenario. This just happened to me the other day. I'm outside, right? So I got the little hood boys clean the street, right? Little young boys, I paid them to clean the street, sweep up the trash, right? So there's this guy, his name is Antez. He's out of his mind. But when he sees me, he always call me. He say, "Yo, boss, what you need me to do?" He's out of his mind. They done 302'd him, right? So long story short, I'm outside the other day. I'm talking to the young cats, paying them their little couple of dollars, keep the street clean and everything. And I hear Antez screaming. And so when Antez looked up and saw me, he came right to me. He said, "Boss." I said, "What?" He said, "Man," I said, "Antez, why are you wilding out right now?" He said, "Man, they told me that I stole a cigarette." Man, listen, follow the story. A cigarette. So I'm like, "A cigarette? Lucy?" And he was like, "Yeah." So long story short, I'm standing down there. So I see the young boy. I know who he is. And then this fat boy. They came towards Antez. And the young boy said, "Yo, you arguing with my uncle over a cigarette?" And I just looked at him. I said, yo, man, think this, man. You talk about a fucking cigarette? You gonna beat this motherfucker up over a fucking cigarette? So the fat boy looked at me. I said, dude, do not raise up on me. I said, dude, I swear to God, y'all, and I don't swear to God. I said, yo, motherfucker, don't raise the fuck up on me like that. I said, you gonna fight over a motherfucking cigarette. What's gonna happen is you gonna hit this motherfucker. He gonna fall to the ground because you know he ain't in his right mind. This motherfucker gonna fall to the ground, hit his head. Now you got a fucking homicide on your fucking case. Because you know what? I'm a fucking snitch. You fighting over a cigarette? A fucking cigarette? So the fat boy was like, dude, I said, dude, let me tell you something, man. I'm old enough to be your father. I'll smack you upside your motherfucking head and keep the fuck moving. He just looked at me, right? So then the other young boy said, yo, man, OG right. OG right, man. What if I wasn't standing there? And a lot of the neighbors came to me and said to me, Darnell, what if you wasn't standing there? That shit would have went a whole different way. Because they know Antaz is out of his fucking mind. Like, and he don't fuck with nobody. He just got slipped a Mickey back in the day, and he don't fuck with nobody. You see him walk down the street, he's well respected, he minds his business. That's a case that I put my own self in jeopardy. I put my own self in jeopardy. I prevented something that could have turned into a murder situation. Because that young boy was ready to swing on him.
And you ain't even had to put hands on him.
What's that?
You ain't even had to put hands on him.
I didn't put my fucking hands on him. I ain't gonna lie. I stay strapped all the time. I'm licensed to carry. He didn't know I had my gun on me. He didn't know I had my first gun on me. But I'm gonna tell you what I did do. I backed my back up against the wall in case he started swinging. Now you ain't gonna get me from the back. Right. You ain't nobody gonna swing for me on the backside. So I put my back, as he was talking, he didn't notice it, but I put my back up against the wall. Like one of y'all going down with me. One of y'all gonna go to, that's all I'm saying. Sometimes if you don't say nothing, I could have woke up I could have came back home and my wife could have said, yo, you know the young boys that you played cleaning the street? But you know Antaz, the one that lost his mind, he the fuck over there right now under the white sheet.
Yep.
And all the neighbors came out and said to me, they was like, yo, Darnell, thank you, man. Because they heard the whole commotion. Now when I saw the young boy today, he came up to me, he's like, old head, check this out. I was wrong. I was wrong, OG. I was wrong. I said, you fighting over a fucking cigarette? You gonna go to prison over a goddamn cigarette? Well, you gonna go to prison, they gonna fuck you in your ass. Excuse my language. I'm being real on that. Nah, that's real rap. So you ready to get your freedom taken away from you over a fucking cigarette? But then they the little bitches that be in jail crying, oh, can you put money on my book? Fuck you, I'm not putting no money on your books. But the same thing with that brick scenario, if there was a lot of guys, one guy with a brick and there's 10 motherfuckers standing over there, how much harm could he fucking done? He drunk. He got a brick in his hand. 2 motherfuckers could have taken him down.
Right. You can't hit 2 niggas with the brick.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, but you could be that first nigga. And then your ass dead, leaking on the fucking side of the street.
Yeah, but like the example that he said, he didn't have to put hands on nobody. He shut it all down with words. So just like me and Drake was saying, not like Drake was saying, sometimes words can diffuse the situation. And sometimes niggas be in their feelings, be drunk, be out of their mind. You know what I'm saying? And they not even thinking right. But
bro,
just talking to them, you know what I'm saying? Just talking to them could have diffused the whole situation. We don't know. But what we're saying is you at least got to say something instead of just watching it happen and walking away like it didn't happen.
Yeah. I said
just like,
the best possibility and the worst possibility. So what I'm going to choose, because the worst possibility is me being in the ground and not being able to raise my kids and grow old with my wife, then I'm going to choose minding my fucking business, because that is not my job to do. I did not put on a damn shield. I do not have a gun. I am not the police. That is not my job.
But that's you. So stop trying to act like we are wrong for saying that. Just saying something.
That's what I would do.
No, you've been saying
I give you another quick example. This is. I live across the street from a school, right? So I have a corner house, nice quiet block. Kids across the street, they do what they do. I come home one day, my wife, I can see them on the cameras. They sitting on my steps smoking weed. So my wife asked them real nicely. She said, now she carries too. She asked her real nice. She said, listen, can y'all stop smoking weed on my step? Take that shit somewhere else. So the little young boy was really disrespectful. He's like, I can see it all on the camera. Fuck you, bitch. All this. Okay. So my wife calls me up. She was like, we got a little situation. All right. I said, I'm going to handle that. The next day, I fucking sit on my step. And then as I'm sitting on my step, right past me, just gritting me up. I'm saying to myself, okay, you motherfuckers, man, I see where y'all going at with this shit. So a couple of days later, they sitting on the step. So I comes outside. I said, yo, man, think this, man. I ain't got no problem with y'all smoking weed, but do me a favor. Don't do that shit on my steps. Like I ain't got no problem. So the young boy jumps up. Fuck you, old head. How the fuck you up? Oh, he going in. So he got his whole entourage out there from school. And all of a sudden, I hear this girl's voice. That's my brother. Fuck you. We fuck you up. You're right. You're absolutely right. I ain't gonna stand out there and fight you. I said, you stay right there. Now, if I tell you to fucking stay right there and I go in my house, what the fuck you think you ought to be doing? Your ass need to be running down the fucking street, right? So I came out. I had my shit on. I said, now what the fuck you want to say now? What the fuck you want to say now? So long story short, he kept on mouthing. So I said to him, when I turned around, I looked up. Now, my neighbors and everything, they was like, darn now, because I don't play that shit. I love young people. I love them. So when I looked up, his whole entourage down the street. His whole entourage down the street. And I turned around and I said, you know what? I like you. So fuck you talk about, oh yeah, that's some gay shit. I said, because you look at your little pussy ass friends down the street and they left you to fuck right here to get fucked up. Fuck you, old head. All right, so I let her ride out. The next day, something told me, and I own a business. We own a business. The next day, something told me, stay home. After school let out, I see these three men walk up to my step. I got cameras on my house. Motherfucker banging on my door like they were the police, but I could see them right through the storm door because I got a glass door. I could see them right through the storm door. You can't see him, but I could see him. So I opened up the door. I said, yeah, can I help you? He said, was you the dude that was out here mouthing with my son? And I said, yeah, it was me. I said, he said, well, come on the fuck out. I said, yo, bro, let me tell you something. And I wasn't scared of him. I opened up the fucking door. Now, he could have bum rushed me. I said, we're going to talk like men. He said, what the fuck? I said, I'm going to let you finish. He said, what? I said, now, your son and your daughter went home and told you what I did. But did they tell you what they did? I said, they were very disrespectful, smoking weed on my freaking step when I asked them, and my wife asked them not to do it. And I said, I got camera footage of them. But I said, here's the kick. He went home and told you what the fuck I did. But he didn't tell you what the fuck he did and his sister and his entourage. So you know what the father did? He turned around and he said, yo, man, did you disrespect this man in his house? You smoke weed? He said, nigga, I know you smoke weed. He said, apologize to that man. You know what? I see him, school just started. They be like, yo, what's up, OG? How was your summer, man? You see what I'm saying? It's the way how you diffuse shit.
Thanks.
You grab
That's how
the gun.
you diffuse shit. You diffuse shit. You just talk about it. I mean, and like I said, he could have bum rushed me because it was three grown ass men. Okay, you know what? You got me. But it was the way that I talked to him. And I said, yo, man, your son and daughter was disrespectful to me and his friends sitting outside smoking weed outside my stuff. I said to the brother, I said, up smoking weed? He said, no. And that's when he turned around and said to his son, I know you smoke weed. He told his son, I know you, but you don't be doing it in front of somebody's grown house. You either walk down this is what his father said. You walk down the street and get high, or you don't get high at all. And his father said, I don't smoke weed. His father said, I don't smoke weed. But he said to me, what I'm going to do with my son, he going to do it. He ain't going to do it in front of my face. Now, this is what the father said, but he going to do it behind the back. But he went home and told his father a whole different story. You see what I'm saying? That situation could have turned into a whole different situation. So like you're saying, I get what you're saying, soldier, like you step out of the way. But sometimes with words and how you come, you could diffuse a whole situation that could be totally avoided.
Hey, I said there's the best possibility and there's the worst possibility. If I'm weighing out options and I see that the worst possibility is, death, I'm good. I'm cool. I can go this other way because this has nothing to do with me. I don't have nobody. This isn't something that's happening at my house. My wife wasn't disrespected. So I don't have a dog in this fight.
So what if your wife was disrespected? What if your wife would hold on a second. What if your wife was disrespectful and you didn't do nothing and your wife would be like, I'm married to you and you did not protect me. You did not protect me. I want you to think about that question because we're talking about a queen. That's your queen.
Talking about my wife. I didn't say I wouldn't protect my wife. I said I'm protecting somebody. I would not protect somebody I don't know.
What if it's a friend that walked up to your house? I'm gonna give you another scenario. Your wife's friend walked up to your house. I'm gonna give you a scenario. Walked up to your house and somebody was outside just disrespecting her, calling her all kinds of bitches. Bitch, you don't want to give me your. Let me back up. I don't call no woman no bitch. So let me clarify that. I'm just giving an example. Ant room. I don't call no women no bitch. But I'm just being honest. I keep it real. But the woman walk up to your house, ringing your doorbell, and you trying to get to the door, and some dude, and she's a fine looking woman, and the good brother walk up to you and walk up to her and it's like, yo, can I get that number? And she'd be like, no. And then he just starts spazzing out her, bitch, fuck you, bitch, and you coming to the door. And she out there arguing with the guy, but you keep telling me, let me correct it, I ain't got nothing to do with it. But in the case of the fact of the matter, you do have something to do with it.
That was not what I said. Talk about a stranger I don't know.
But you hardly even know your wife's friend. You just know her by just passing.
This is in front of my house. Like this scenario. The scenario is I don't know. I don't know you from a can of paint.
Wow.
If I don't know you, I'm good.
Wow.
I'm perfectly fine living that way.
And that's what's wrong with the people today.
But you said you would not do nothing.
Who said that?
I said, dude, can I finish? You said you wouldn't do nothing physically if the guy hits her with a brick. So
Me personally, because when I was telling y'all, I got cut off. But like I said, me personally, I'm not no scared ass nigga. So yes, I would intervene and I would hold my boy. I would step in between them and I would intervene. I'm not no scared ass nigga. And like D Nice said, I got my shit with me all the time. So if I'm outside the club and I'm not going back in the club, then I definitely went to my car and I got it on me for protection. So I'm not scared of nothing that some drunk ass nigga got to say to me. I'm not fucking scared of that shit. I'm more worried about protecting this young lady from getting hit with the brick.
I agree with you. And the crazy part to my man, I ain't trying to be funny. I ain't trying to be funny. You'll be the clown. I ain't trying to be funny. You will be the clown because you didn't do nothing.
I don't like if I'm.
It's no need to get hype. But I'm just saying.
If I don't have to be in a casket, I'm perfectly fine with that. She has nothing.
I feel like my man. One thing in life I learned. My father used to always tell me, "Can't no man take your fucking heart. Can't no man take your ass." My father used to always say that to me.
How was that going to take my heart and my ass?
What I mean by that, nobody can't take your manhood away from you. So
that's not taking my manhood away.
Let me finish. Take your manhood away from me. You can't be, what he was saying was, you can't be afraid of society. You can't be afraid of life. You just can't, because people will play you like that. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to upset you, but that's...
I don't see the correlation.
That's the way I was brought up. I'm not scared to know. I'm just being honest. I'm 56 years old in the best shape that I ever could be in.
Not about being
Work out.
scared.
I'm not scared of like these little young boys out here. I'm not scared of them, and that's why
It's
I
not
get
about
mad
being
love on the street.
It is about being scared because you talking about dying. That's saying you
I'm
scared.
not afraid to die. I'm gonna
It's
stop
called
you right there. I'm not afraid to die.
That's what it's called. It's called calculated. The
But
fuck, like
I'm not afraid to die.
that
I
makes
love my
no
kids.
sense.
I got 5 grown kids. Let me help you to understand something. I had 5 grown kids. One of my sons was murdered in 2009. My son was murdered in 2009 over a nickel bag of weed because because he bought a bag of weed. And if you can go to my podcast because me and my wife just released the feelings. And the young boy, his drug dealing gang tried to gas the drug dealer up because my son was minding his business, bought the bag of weed from him. It was a bad bag of weed. So he turned around and he's like, yo, man, you sold me a bag of weed. So the drug dealer boys, they gassed the drug dealer up. And so the young boy turned around and said to my son, oh, the fuck you up. And my son turned around and gassed the fucking drug dealer up. It's real rap. You can go on my replay. Me and my wife just released the story. Rest in peace, Justin. He gassed the drug dealer up. And so what do you think happened? He thought it was over with. I get it. So long story short, we told my son, and my son went to college. My son was smart. He liked to smoke weed. That's your twist, son. That's your twist. I ain't gonna knock you. Daddy and mommy don't smoke weed. Just don't smoke it in my house. And so when that whole shit went down, my son chilled. And then my son went to the store right before he was going back to college. Little young boy shot him. Blew my son's brains out right in front of the store. You understand what I'm saying? So what you think happened? Justin's friend saw it. My son, murderer, came to my son's funeral, signed the book. Yeah, nigga, rest in peace. That's what he wrote. He wrote that. That's real true. When my son's friends stood up, he was like, Mr. Darnell, Mr. Lean, there go Justin's killer right there. Well, I don't know what they do in other states, in the state of Pennsylvania and Philly. If there's a murder or a gang related, they swarm the whole damn funeral home with police, church, dope mass, the mosque. They swarm them with all police because 99% of the time, there's a chance that a retaliation can happen. That's facts. My son told me that. He's a cop. He told me that. He said, yo, Dad, that's what they do. And so when they murdered him, what if my friends didn't snitch and say, yo, that was the dude that pulled the trigger? We wouldn't have justice. My son's murder was apprehended based on because his friends saw this young man blow my son's brains out. They didn't have to do that. Living in the gangs of the streets. They didn't have to do that at all. They put themselves on jeopardy. They could have said, well, we ain't seen nothing. They came right, and then the asshole, excuse my language, the motherfucking asshole, the same boy that killed my son, how his dumb ass got caught, was he robbed somebody on the subway. They had undercover surveillance on him the whole time when he was named by my friend's son. He stuck somebody up on the train. What if my sons, I'm just saying that to say, what if my son's friends would have turned their back? We ain't see shit. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I had to fall back for a minute, and I see where you're going at, but I had to fall back for a minute. That these young men, they grown now. These young men put themselves in jeopardy. They put themselves in jeopardy. It wasn't nothing that they could do right then and there because the bull was just ramping in the shooter. So the best thing for them to do was snitch bitch. And I thank them for that, because that's how my son's murderer came to justice. So what I'm saying, trying to say to you is, I get what you're saying, but I lived that story. What if my friends didn't say nothing? What if they didn't say nothing?
All right, so first off, I'm gonna say my condolences, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody should have to bury their child. But these are also people that know your son. I'm talking about strangers here.
Wait a minute. Strangers on the street saw it too. It wasn't just my friend's sons. Shit happened that shit happened in broad daylight. Strangers was coming to court.
Okay. I mean, like, I'm not against someone doing that. Like, that's not the argument.
What I'm saying to say that they could have left my son there for dead, which he did die, but they did the right things, called the police. But what if those strangers didn't say nothing? What if we couldn't build our case around? What if we couldn't build our case because these strangers was coming out the woodworks, bro? They ain't know my son. Motherfuckers was down there giving up tapes because they watched my son get murdered right in front of his friends on the streets. They didn't know him. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I thank God for them. If they walk up to me right now, I would know each and every one stranger face that walked up to me and supported me and my wife through the trial. They gave their testimonies. They could have lived in fear. They was living in one of the toughest drug dealer lands in Philadelphia, South Philly. They put themselves in jeopardy walking down the street. But guess what? Ain't nothing never happened to them. Nothing ever happened to them. I go back in the neighborhood sometimes and just stand and look like, wow. I go back to my son's murder spot and look over like, wow. Damn. So what I'm trying to say to you, sometimes you don't know what your situation may be. So if I get what you're saying. So that scenario that I just gave you, that's real rap. You talk about a brother right here, a black man that had dealt with that. And they didn't know nothing about my son. Only how they knew my son's name was by the court, by going to trial. That's only how they knew. Matter of fact, the lady from the Chinese store came and testified. That's real rap.
That's tough. But
it's tough. I just did a podcast. You get a chance, go on my replay. Me and my wife just did it. And so you say the one, you asked me, you say the one, do I forgive my son's murder? Me as a Christian man, I forgive. I can't walk around that one in my heart. Yeah, my son would have been 35. But the blessing about it is I have a 16-year-old granddaughter that's living Justin's legacy. So yes, his life was taken away. And I get what you're saying. You can't jump in everything. But my son was taken away. I could have felt some type of a way. I could have been a bitter black Negro man that people didn't come up and saw it in broad daylight and not do anything about it. I could have been that bitter Negro, but I wasn't. Because I knew God had his hands on this whole situation. As they say, God sees all and he hears all. But this nigga gonna come to my son's funeral and write in the book, rest in peace, nigga. Really? But I like what you said. Yeah, people mind their business. People could have walked behind them. And I'm telling you, bro, from the testimony, they say they watched the dude pour the gun out. When the detectives asked him, yeah, I saw him. He came out the store, boom, bang, 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 bang. People stayed right there on the scene. Nobody ran. And it's proven fact, as my son says, when someone murders someone, do you know 99% of the time they come right back to the scene of the crime? Because they want to hear who's talking and they want to see what's going on. That's how they try to beat their cases. That's facts. So I get what you're saying. I'm not trying to make you feel bad, but sometimes, bro, we got to say something or do something. Because just like you know, and I was trying to hold back from telling you this story. Just like you saying that, holding back, you would be a mad mother, excuse my language, you would have been a mad motherfucker knowing that someone took your loved one and didn't say nothing. That's the way I felt. But I felt relief because people was coming up to the plate. Now, if you had went the other way, if it had went the other way and people didn't say nothing, me and you wouldn't be holding this conversation on the phone. Because I'd be the fuck out in the streets trying to get revenge.
Right. Now, like I said, I never said that it would be wrong for someone to step in. That is not what I said. What I said is for me, I'm not doing it.
That's you. That's you.
Right.
That's me. I get you. I mean, I get you. And listen, it's okay to agree. It's okay to agree. It's okay to agree and to disagree. To be honest with you, I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. It's okay to agree and to disagree. But I just pray and hope that you never face a situation when you have to get involved. I just pray and hope that. That's real rap. That I don't. I'm a type of a person, I don't believe in karma. Because every day, everybody has karma in their life. I don't believe in that. But I just say to you, from a man to a man, I just pray that you will live the rest of your life and never have to be placed in the position when you have to step in. Because I'm just being honest with you. Not trying to brag on age. You haven't lived long enough. You haven't lived long enough to know what's going to happen. You thought just like I thought, the young mentality. I ain't doing shit. I ain't saying shit. But when you get older, life begins, bro. Life changes. I'm 56. I realize it. I'm giving you man-to-man talk. Live long enough. Don't ever say to what the situation won't be like or what it will not be like. I done been down there. I done seen it. I live in the hearts of Philadelphia. The toughest, you turn the news on. Philly is the #1 hub of the capital of the crime right now. It ain't Chi-Town no more. It ain't New York. It's Philly.
I don't know. St. Louis is pretty bad.
Yeah. So what I'm saying to you, I'm always coming to your room and I'm going to support you because this is what I do as a black man. You ain't lived long enough to say what you wouldn't do. I'm just being real and I'm just being honest.
How do you know that?
But how do you know that? Because every day, because if you did, I'm just being honest. Some of your way you're thinking would change. I'm just going to call it straight shot shooter.
Yeah.
Some of your way of thinking, I'm not being disrespectful, and I'm not trying to tell you, but the way of your train of thinking would be a little bit different. Everyday life goes on. Everyday life goes on.
And as
we
a
don't
man,
know from day to day if we're going to walk outside. We don't know day to day if we're going to lay in our beds and kiss our wives and our kids and our asses don't wake up tomorrow morning. That's real right. Death does not have a number. God ain't going to say, well, okay, bro, you number 1001 and I'm only on 50. No, he going to say, I'm taking 1001. That's reality.
Put in those situations.
Right. You haven't put in those situations. That's why I said, listen to what I'm saying. You never know. You would never know when you're going to be put in a situation.
No, I'm saying, how do you know I haven't, in my life? You know
what I'm saying. I don't know if you have or you have not. But I'm just saying, but from the way you think, I'm not saying it's wrong, bro. I'm not disagreeing with you with some of the facts that you have. I get it. But sometimes we got to change our mindset.
I don't know. Everyone don't have to think the same. That's what I think is great about everyone having a, own brain, own thoughts for themselves.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna argue with you that you're right. Every brain cell is different. Your brain, my wife's brain, your wife's brain, your kid's brain, every brain cell, but it's called knowledge. It's called facts. It's called reality. It's called truth. And sometimes we as people don't want to face the truth. We think that we're going to, and I love young people, and I'm going to always support you. Sometimes we as young, I was young once too. I had that mentality of thinking. But then when maturity kicked into me a little bit, like, oh, wait a minute. This is real fucking rap. This is real reality. This is real truth. I sold the drugs in Philadelphia. I sold the crack. I was raised up in the crack area. I was out there slinging more dope than anybody in the world that you can imagine.
Pablo?
That's real rap. That's real rap. I seen shit come in front of my face. I seen motherfuckers get shot right in front of my face. I'm not afraid to tell my testimony, but I thank God that I'm a saved man now, that I'm a family man now, and I'm a successful Black entrepreneur. Right. That shit made me think about reality. That shit reality. And trust me, bro, I got motherfuckers on the streets of Philadelphia right now. If they can get their motherfucking hands on me, they probably would bang my dumb ass right now. I ain't trying to be funny, and I'll be ready because I know I was a slimy motherfucker. I'm gonna keep it real, keep it honest with you. I was a slimy motherfucker. And you selling dope. I ain't grew up in this pill shit. I grew up motherfucker smoking crack. Motherfucking going to fucking houses and dealing crack in motherfucking houses. Kicking down motherfuckers' doors, go get my motherfucking money. I grew up you probably seen it. Beanie Siegels did a show. We had a Beanie Siegel show. It's based on Philadelphia, the Junior Black Mafia. Mm-hmm. Watch that fucking show. Because the names that they used in that show was Mark and Aaron. Mark Casey and Aaron Jones. I grew up with them motherfuckers. We watched shit get down. But the only thing that was good about me, I was smart enough. When I seen that game was getting a little fucking out of control, I was like, I'm out. I started using my money and started using my knowledge better. So what I'm trying to say is, I don't know what you've been through, but live long enough, you're going to go through something. And I pray and hope that you would sit back and say, OG told me one day, I'm going to go through something. I'm not saying you didn't. We all go through shit. I'm not going to minimize your story versus my story. I ain't going to do that. But one day, you're going to wake up one morning, and you're going to be like, damn, I ain't think I was going to go through this shit. Nobody never knows what they're going to go through. You can wake the fuck up tomorrow morning and lose your goddamn job. That's facts. You're going to go through something. Because now you got to go in survival mode. I'm going to feed my kids. You go out and put an application in, and you can't get a fucking job and shit. That's going through something.
Yeah. And I think, like, as men, we should have that mentality to better ourselves, level up every day. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what you was trying to touch on, was like, you know, as we get older, we're going to go through something. You know what I mean? Like, our mentalities change as we get older. Because I know it has for me, you know what I mean? Like, I'm in my latter 30s right now, and I know I think totally different than I did when I was in my 20s. You know what I mean? So, you know, life just come at you, and you know, your mentality change. Things happen in your life that change who you are, you know what I mean, and how you think. So I agree with that 100%, though.
You know, and that's funny you say that. I was in the room, and I just popped in the room. Matter of fact, it was just Saturday. And I popped in this room. I'd never met these three brothers. I heard all about them. And when they saw my name came up, they was like, D Nice, call up. And, you know, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm well respected in a lot of rooms. That's why I pull up in everybody's room, show them love. I ain't always got to say nothing, but show them love and show them the support. Long story short, these three brothers was talking about. And matter of fact, he saw me in another chat today, you know, because the day I was off, my office was closed. And he said, yo, man, I owe a lot to this brother D Nice. because he gave me one of the best amp rooms that I ever had since, and I can't think of their name. Matter of fact, his name is Mo. He said he gave me the best room that I have ever done since on this set. And these brothers was talking about how the one brother said he smoked weed when he was 13 years old. He's now 33 years old. It's been 2 years he's been sober of smoking weed. 2 years. And, you know, I was saying to him, and basically what he was saying, he didn't know a lot of things was going to happen to him. Like he lost his baby. His girl lost his baby. He smoked so much weed, fucking baby he gave a powerful sermon, a powerful story. He was sincere about it. But that's what I'm saying. We don't know what life is going to throw to.
Yeah.
Life going to throw to us, bro. That's all I'm trying to say. I get what you're saying. But sometimes that right there, it can change your whole life around and make you think a whole different perspective when you put in a difficult situation. That's why I always use the word, don't never say never. I always say that. I tell my kids that to this day. Don't never say never. I tell them that because you don't know when it's going to happen to you. And it may not be what we're talking about, but something's going to happen. So don't ever say, never put yourself in a situation or never think that you would never do nothing like that. That one day, you're going to be put in a situation. And trust me, I ain't trying to say because I'm older, but I'm a little bit more wiser that you know what? One day you're going to go back and eat those words. I know I have. I can't speak for you, but I know I have. Said never, and the shit came back to bite me 10 times fold over. That's real rap.
Thanks.
All right. Well, you got anything else to add, Dux?
Nah, D-Nice, you said your podcast, is it like you talking about your amp room or you got a official
amp room. You go right up, you tap right underneath there. You tap right underneath there, and you see the replay right there. And what was I gonna say? And you tap on it. Actually, this Wednesday, I am doing another one. This would be my second one that I will be doing, just because me and my wife, we are entrepreneurs and we own businesses. And so everybody in the other amp room, chat rooms, everybody's been like, yo, man, you need to do another show. So me and my wife decided to do another show. We try to speak positivity. And I want you to understand something, brother. You're gonna be my brother no matter what. And it's okay for us to agree and to disagree. It is okay. That's what men do. Let me back up. That's what real men do. And when we walk away with love. We don't have to talk about nobody. We don't have to talk about nobody behind the back. That's real rap. When I see you in your room, I'm going to pull up. I may not have nothing to say, but I'm going to pull up in your room and I'm going to always give you love and support. That's real facts.
Likewise.
That's real facts. So I don't want you to think that this was a discussion trying to beat you up. Everybody has points. Everybody has views.
I'm perfectly fine with having, different views. I have no problem with it.
Exactly. And what I say to you is, I commend you brothers. And listen to what I'm saying. I'm great. Get off. I commend you brothers for having open dialogues and discussions like this. And if ever, anytime I'm in your room, you need assistance or you need some advice, please reach out. I don't proclaim that I know everything and everything is right. I'm be first to tell you. I'm okay with trying to learn. And what I try to do with young brothers is try to learn. Because let me tell you something. I love my black brothers. I'm so sick and tired of our young black brothers lives being taken away. I'm so sick and tired of young black men don't step up to the plate. We're living in a country right now. These motherfucking white crackers don't give a shit about us.
Nope.
They don't give a fuck about us. And it's time for us as black men to step up to the fucking plate. This is what the society wants us to be. They want us to be at I beg the difference. So as I leave everybody's room, I love everybody that's in the chat. I love you two brothers. Continue to keep the good work. Stay positive. Stay focused. And I love you. And there ain't nothing you're going to do about it. Y'all take care.
All right, you too, man. Appreciate you
That's
stopping
love,
by.
brother. For sure.
Yes,
That's
sir.
love. That's love. Nah, I'm gonna definitely catch your replays, and I'm following you anyway. So when your Wednesday shit come up, he'll pop up on my joint. But yeah, yeah, we going with that real talk right there. That was real talk. We just gonna end the show out like that. I mean,
Yeah,
don't get no realer than that.
yeah, we we went a little long. It's definitely our longest show we had.
But it was a good discussion, though. It was definitely a good
Yeah.
discussion.
And like you said, hey, we disagree all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like
I definitely be coming for your throat every show. You know what I'm saying? Every show.
and losing.
It's crazy. When they hear the replay on this, they're gonna be like, "Nah, I don't know what Goat was talking about. I don't know what he was talking about."
Yeah. Well,
You on your own on this one.
hey, I can stand on my own. I can be 10 toes down. You know what I'm saying? I'm perfectly fine. I'm gonna stand in it. I stand on it.
Everybody else that listen to this or hear the replay, make sure y'all at least say something, man. Don't just be watching stuff happen and just go on about your business. Say something. Call somebody if you're scared.
I'm gonna tell everybody to assess the situation.
But like I said, by that time it already done happened. But
if you a slow assessor, well, you most definitely need to fucking assess because
a slow
happening this shit.
He talking about, nah, I see old boy with the brick about to hit old girl. I'm like, let me weigh my options. Let me weigh my options. It's too late, man. It's too late, bro. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, to each his own, man. To each his own. We appreciate everybody for stopping by. And y'all make sure y'all come back on Monday. We got a show Monday. Make sure y'all come back on Friday to show every Monday and Friday at 10 p.m. Shouts out to D Nice dropping some nuggets on us, and make sure y'all follow him. Check out his show on Wednesdays, and that's all we got.
Not like Drake.
Yeah, big shout out, Not Like Drake. And y'all have a good Labor Day. It's past Labor Day now. Y'all have a good night.
Yeah, we got 2 more songs, and then we'll be right back. All right. That was episode 11, Ballgame Banter. We signing off. It was Goat and
Ducks.
And we'll catch y'all Friday night, 10 p.m.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
Peace.